And also tell them they're leaving behind the time and place. We're getting late.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
With us in the studio, comedian Tim Wilson here.
The last time Tim and I worked together was in Charleston, South Carolina. And he was commenting on Bobby Bowden and the Florida State Seminoles. And it wasn't 2 or 3 weeks later that Florida State had to almost suspend their entire football team for trouble.
Well, Bobby Bowden's my favorite football coach. I mean, my least favorite coach, of course, is Spurrier, who's at South Carolina now.
Oh. Right.
He was at Florida. He'd run the score up on people 89-2 against, you know. Yeah. He'd be playing DeVry or somebody, and he'd run the
Fighting Engineers.
Yeah, I mean, I always said, I always thought Steve Spurrier basically just stood around in a lesbian golf hat with that look on his face.
Kind of that grimace that...
Yeah, well, Steve Spurrier won the Heisman Trophy. What? When all the black guys were in Vietnam. But my favorite football coach of all time is Bobby Bowden, not because he's a tremendous winner, because he is a tremendous loser.
Yeah.
Coach, you sucked out there today. We did. But we got good kids.
Good kids.
Our quarterback couldn't keep nothing on his stomach. He had diarrhea at halftime. We had to give him a bottle of Cyberattacks. There's a white stuff on his pants second half. It was better than the brown stuff on his pants first half. He's a good kid. Got good parents. Coach, your team stole half the shirts out of a Dillard's. They did. But they're good kids. They was trying to get their grandmama something for Christmas and didn't realize they were in the men's department. Coach, your sidelines was completely empty at the Music City Bowl in Nashville.
It was.
Because half your team cheated on a music test. They did. But they're good kids. It was a stupid test. I never did like that music teacher. I had to take this thing when I was getting my master's degree.
That's right.
It was an internet test, open book test. Anybody could have passed it. And I told them, hey, hell, we're playing at the Music City Bowl. That ought to count for something. They're good kids.
They're good kids.
They did. See, Bobby Bowden's a great Southerner.
Oh, yes.
I look back on my life growing up in the South. There's about 5 people you could never say anything derogatory about at all. First off, Bear Bryant, of course.
Right. Sure.
Ronnie Van Zant. You never say anything about him.
Right.
And, of course, Robert E. Lee.
Sure.
Which, if you think about it, if a coach went to Pitt and got his ass handed to him in a football game and came back to his school, he'd be fired on the spot. They'd get rid of him.
Yep.
Okay. Basically, Robert E. Lee went to Gettysburg and said, look at those gallant boys up there fighting General Longstreet. They're fighting so hard. And General Longstreet said, well, we could get on our horse and go up there and help them, General. No, we don't want to be like General Hood, who lost a leg in battle and an arm in battle. No, let's stay back here at the trees. Because we'll need somebody to go back and talk about the massacre.
Tell the story.
We need to surrender 2 years before everybody else does. So, I'm basically the guy who tries to find the truth in the situation. We should have had Bobby Bowden at Gettysburg.
Oh, yeah.
Coach, those boys, they sucked out there today, Coach. They did. But they're good kids.
Cyberattacks. That's a good word for Bobby Bowden to say. Cyberattacks. Hey, how are ya?
Wait a minute. What do you mean,
How about ya?
How? You don't even know your own slogan?
Sorry.
God.
Sleepy. We'll sleep.
With a Coke in your teeth. Have it somehow. You got to get your slogan right.
May 12th, 2020, Tuesday. We're in the Bob and Tom studios because this is the Bob and Tom Show. Rain, sleet, snow, virus. We're here, baby.
Attention world and all the ships at sea.
Get all your affairs in order. Get squared away with your local deities. We got murder hornets.
What about your national deities? International deities.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Chick.
Hello, Christy.
Hi, chick.
Christy has her flower pants on today. I know.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Looks
You
like
getting see 'em?
I like those yoga pants.
looks like a crazy lady works.
And
at
she's
the,
got those furry go-go boots, like it's one of those 60s things, like the Lloyd Thaxton show, where she's doing the frug on the diving
The
board.
Lloyd
Paul Revere and the Raiders in the pool playing their electric
That
instruments.
might be a record for a 50-year-old reference.
50? Oh, come on. Let's go with
60?
Let's go with 60.
Yeah, 2 minutes into the show. Go ahead, Tom.
No, that's okay. No, it's, you want to do the intro?
Jim Cavanaugh will be with us today.
He will.
Kostaki, there's Josh.
Hey, man.
There's Ace.
Hey.
There's Godwin.
Hi, chick.
And here we go.
Okay, we're in the big studio, socially distanced as is required by law. Christy Lee is behind the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. I should point out that Josh is not sitting in just any chair.
No.
In that new feature we have, If Josh's Chair Could Talk. That's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Chick McGee, of course, at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. So impressive. Yes, it's a real thing. Crazy Cock Wine. Ask your favorite liquor store why they don't have it yet. And Mr. Godwin is in the Around the Corner Fudge is Made studio.
Yes.
I am indeed, yeah.
Hey, Pat, how are you?
I'm good.
We got him on the big screen in here.
Uh-huh.
And actually, now we have the screen exactly where you'd be sitting, Pat.
It's a big screen.
So it's sort of weird.
Sort of normal, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
Another new angle.
Yeah, what are you doing with your hands
Yeah.
down there, Pat?
I am holding my glasses.
So
ready to
every
go.
morning we're going to have a different angle. I like this.
Apparently.
Yeah, and so
They're tweaking it.
Pat he doesn't know what's going on.
I don't.
Okay.
Has no idea what the angle is.
We'll get a song out of him soon. I can promise you that. We have some sports coming up.
Yes, we do. Could be starting some sports. Could be
Hope so.
delaying more sports even more. Who knows?
All right. Okay.
What do you
More
think of that?
speculation.
That's right.
NASCAR's
Wild speculation.
about to get fired
Yeah,
up for
Darlington this weekend.
it. Okay. Fun.
Darlington is for lovers.
I didn't know
That
that.
is true, yeah.
Darling.
Was Virginia the first one to do that?
I think so. And it really caught on. It did.
And then who was the first one that did the heart thing?
I heart
Probably
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Was it?
I think
Probably.
so.
Sure.
I know the.
I had to make a point
I
of it
think
because
Austin, Texas was the one that
weird.
keep Austin weird.
Yeah.
And that got stolen by other cities, which just doesn't work.
No, it worked for Austin.
Yeah, keep us on original. Yeah, that's the Austin one. Yeah, but the heart thing took off. Kind of would you call it kind of maybe the first emoji?
Rip City?
Yeah, probably.
You know what Rip City is?
Rip City.
Wait a
Rip
minute, let me
City.
think about this. Is it a weightlifting reference?
Nope.
Is it a
Water, river,
Nope.
riptide.
Well, I don't know
ocean.
why it is called Rip City, but it is. It's most
Rip
often
cords?
associated with the basketball team.
Oh,
They have Rip City on their jerseys every now and then.
boy, I have no idea.
Portland Trailblazers, Rip City.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what goes on in Portland that, they're ripping there, but apparently they are.
Okay.
Motown,
Of course, Detroit.
of course, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, that's right. All right, my fault.
What did Al Jackson tell us? Wasn't Atlanta referred to as H? You want to take this one?
The ATL? No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Chocolate City?
That's
Yeah.
Washington, D.C.
It's Washington.
Yeah, Chocolate. D.C. is Chocolate City, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's also a chocolate city.
yes, it is.
Well, yes.
Isn't that the place where the street lamps are
Big Hershey
shaped
Kisses.
like big Hershey kisses?
Pop Charlie used to work there.
Okay. Made some
Pop Up Charlie? What? Oh,
hot chocolate yesterday.
Did Pop Up
You
smell
did.
like chocolate and
Did.
booze?
Took some Hershey's Kisses, melted them in milk. It was delightful. My little girls had some.
Wow, that's
Hershey
how you do
Kisses and milk.
How does that dissolve? Was that like 2 or 3 hours? Then you have your
You
chocolate
take some.
dissolve?
You take some American-made from dairy cows whole milk, and you put it in a pan and throw some Hershey's Kisses in there.
Oh, you put it in a pan.
Warm it up and
Okay.
stir it up.
All
Or you
right.
could
It's
buy
hot
chocolate
chocolate.
milk.
So then it burns their throat while they're trying to swallow it.
Or you could buy chocolate milk. I suppose
I've
you
said
could,
it before.
Pat.
I'll say it again. CPS needs to come over and check the Griswold household. I don't know what's going on over there, but those poor kids are being mistreated. I can feel
I do
it.
have a problem. We were making s'mores.
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 You giant tool. It's not s'mores.
And we have this fire pit, and my 4-year-old, her idea of a s'more is, if you will, graham cracker, chocolate unheated, no marshmallow.
There you go.
So we're out there with the sticks doing everything, and I don't want a marshmallow, Daddy. She just takes the graham cracker, the chocolate, and
Nothing wrong with that.
It really isn't.
Nope.
She's
More power.
skipping a step,
Yeah.
removing all of the fun.
She's dancing to a different
Because
drummer,
it's all
Tommy.
about the procedure. Okay.
Maybe she doesn't like things complicated like you.
Au contraire.
Oh,
Did I say
really?
that in French? No, she likes to complicate things. She's getting very good at her scooter,
Oh, good.
which is fun. I have to stand.
Is it electric?
No.
Daredevil?
I have to stand at the bottom of the driveway. And scooter technology, by the way.
Yes.
Ever since they came up with these hard space-age rubber wheels.
Oh, and battery technology.
God, they're amazing.
Chart now.
You know, back in my day, they were barely had ball bearings in them, and they just developed the round wheel. These things now are just amazing.
Remember they had concrete tires or some kind of filling in tires for bikes when I was a kid that was stupid?
Really?
Yeah. The tires will never go flat. Oh, really? Yeah, and the ride's kind of like a log wagon.
Yeah, and I'll never go uphill.
Yeah, right.
With concrete wheels.
Okay, now, a real quick reminder. A lot of sad news over the weekend.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's remember all the sad news. Yeah, let's revisit that.
The problem, one of the problems right now, I mean, sadly, you've got these terrible deaths. And
Keeling over,
you
yeah,
can't
people.
have proper funerals, and you realize the importance of getting together, and you can't.
Closure.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of the audio from the Little Richard ceremony. As you know, famously, if you look back, what was his name? James Doohan, the guy from
Star Trek.
Star Trek. He had his ashes shot into space. You know what I'm talking about, John.
Sure, Hunter S. Thompson had his shot into space.
Leonard Nimoy did, didn't he?
Yeah, I know Hunter Thompson had him shot out of a cannon with fireworks and stuff.
I thought Henry S. Thompson had his ashes in a floor mat in a car in ether, and they inhaled it on the way.
Could be. It could
This
be.
is bad country.
And the Samoan guy that was his lawyer was inhaling them.
That's right.
But Little Richard, of course, we actually have the audio. They had to get to the funeral right away because, they didn't want to embalm him or anything. Here's the audio for you. So long, Richard.
It's still, again, a very well done edited sound effect.
The wrong setup.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No,
It's just
he's
not
already
it's
dead.
just not needed. I don't understand it.
How about
Hey, everybody, on YouTube, please rush to your television screen.
Tom's dancing.
Tom is dancing.
Pat Boone taught me these moves.
Man, you are white. Look at that.
That's the test.
Holy moly.
I've seen that before. No, they took a recording of Little Richard, and they.
I mean, the boom does hit. Exactly.
It's just dead on. I mean, you get a taste of the bee, and then the
Kind
explosion.
of a muddy recording, but still. The other one's nice and bright. The explosion one's a little muddy.
You think so?
Yeah. Okay. All right, now play the other one.
Oh, that's a nice crisp
Play the other
recording.
one. No. Play the one.
Oh,
Yeah, he's right.
Oh.
more present.
Nice and bright, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's some kind of compression thing. What do you think? I'm an engineer?
I don't know. Among the many reasons we shouldn't play that.
Well, or we could play this. That's Pat Boone's version of Crazy Train, of
Don't
course.
you mean Pop Boone?
He's most famous for.
Now that needs an explosion.
Yeah, at the beginning. God, that is painful. Wow. Well,
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
Drops the key and sucks the life out of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the videos of any of the, even the one with Little Richard? It looks like it's at a country club, and there are all these people in coats and ties, and they're doing they're clicking their fingers in the wrong beat. God, it's hilarious. And you can just see some director getting it. Okay.
Okay, bring the black dude in. The strictly whites in the audience. Okay, we're ready.
It's relatively interesting.
Wow,
good to be
that.
here. Time once again for the. That's nice tribute. I like the fact that it catches on fire. That's the real
Who's
beauty
that
of
with a little trouble would be.
God forbid we ever have to bomb another country. I want that bomb to go off.
Yeah.
I want it to land in the sand or whatever, and our enemies come around and they just hear whop, just a taste
off.
of Americana, and then
Bang.
Sometimes the guys will write messages on the shells.
Yeah, it gets pretty.
Okay, we have a lot to get to here, but we have a couple things I wanted to mention. Oh, this is interesting. Researchers are now finding a substantial rise in the number of cyber attacks. This is really odd. Posing as Netflix. So be very careful if you get some message from Netflix. It's unbelievable. Be careful what you open. Hackers are shifting their resources right now, targeting businesses toward activities that can reach us directly in our homes. A lot of people are working at home. They don't have the security necessarily that they need on their computer, et cetera, et cetera. So there are more than 2,500 Coronas-related cyber attacks every day, according to this new research. This I bring up in the context of maybe helping yourself out here with something called LifeLock. Very inexpensive. LifeLock is the leader in identity theft protection with a wide range of identity threats out there. Like, for example, your social security number could be for sale right now on the dark web. Check out LifeLock. It's very inexpensive. We've got a very special offer today from LifeLock. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses. LifeLock can see threats you might miss on your own if you're just monitoring your credit, for example. So here's what you do. You go to lifelock.com/Tom25. Why? Because you save 25% off your first year. LifeLock is not expensive for starters, and now you can save even more money. LifeLock.com/Tom25. That's LifeLock.com/Tom25. 25% off your first year. There are people out there that would love to get that stimulus check of yours or your tax refund, because you probably haven't even filed yet with all that's going on. But it's eventually, someone would love to be you, to get credit with your name, et cetera, et cetera. Seriously, check out lifelock.com/Tom25. Sports teaser, please.
Major League Baseball, NFL, and a real dumb world record coming up.
Looking forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday. It's May 12th, 2020. Hope you're having a great morning so far. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. And by the way, you can win a pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. That's right. Get the Raycon contest code in the news feed on the Bob and Tom app. Enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest. Increase your odds of winning by entering daily. The Bob and Tom app is free and available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. Who knows? Find the code, load it in, and maybe you'll be walking away with a free pair of E25 Raycon earbuds of your own. Thanks to Raycon and the Bob and Tom Show. More coming up after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Past American Idol contestants will join judges for a rendition of We Are the World on Sunday's finale on ABC. Lionel Richie, who co-wrote the song, will sing with Luke Bryan and Katy Perry, as well as Ruben Studdard, Scott McCreery, Philip Phillips, Jordan Sparks, and many, many more. People gave, Tina Fey cried. That was the upshot of a virtual telethon for New York City last night. Fey said, quote, thank you, as she announced that more than $115 million was contributed to help New Yorkers affected by COVID-19. And Taylor Swift's Paris concert from last September is going to be shown as an ABC special on Sunday. Taylor Swift City of Lover concert was taped at l'Olympia Theatre in Paris. It includes behind-the-scene moments as well. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Contemporary culture, there are many points of view, and Ace Cosby knows all of them. Ace?
What did Cookie Monster say after he ate all the anesthesia at the dentist office?
What did Cookie? Wait a minute, slow down. What did Cookie Monster say after he ate all the anesthesia at the dentist's office?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Num, 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 num.
All right.
And the performance was so good.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom
This is
24/7.
Lord Tucker, over the road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program 24/7.
all around the country and coast to coast. People always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast.
Very nice.
Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot. Push down the lever and the wires get hot. I get toast. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side, and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then, if a pop's too soon, press down again. Make toast. Yeah, toast! When the first caveman drove in from the dregs, didn't know what would go with the bacon and the eggs. Must have been a genius, got it in his head. Plug the toaster in the wall, buy a bag of bread, make toast. Yeah, toast! Oui, monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, croissantez-vous avez? Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh, oui, Marie, baguette, bonsoir. French toast! French toast! In Chicago, we're on the Bob and Tom Show. Yeah, toast!
Toast. 621 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. How about you?
Flyover today. Blue Angels.
Oh yeah, do we have details on that?
Yeah, a little bit. About 2:00. There's a map in the star there, and we'll stick it up on.
Great.
Yeah, it's really going to be cool.
Let's get
they start in Beech Grove, do a big figure eight. They'll be around here around 2:10 if you're up in this corner.
Yeah, it'll be really cool though. The Blue Angels. So we'll get some more details on that coming up. But it is this afternoon, approximately 2:00. And then they're also doing Michigan and like a bunch.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing?
They're really going to be here in like 11 minutes.
They can get to Michigan in 15 minutes.
Right.
They're going rather quickly. The weather forecast would be coming from Christy Lee.
And you'll be able to see the Blue Angels today. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy, high 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low 42. Cloudy tomorrow, 64. Currently a chilly 36.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Be hanging out. We got your shot at $1,000 on Q95 coming up multiple times today. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. It is, as Chick mentioned, what is it? May 12th, 2020. The quarantine continues.
The core.
We're happy to be here, and we'd love to hear from you wherever you are. Already got some questions via email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No.
Don't touch that.
You'll appreciate it. Coming up in just a second. Let's see now. I'll go around the horn clockwise. This is Tom speaking from our base camp, which only has 4 people in it. That would include Ace Cosby, our engineer, Chick McGee. It is Post, the crazycockwine.com sports desk. And then the newly named orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Oh, yes.
Occupied by Josh Arnold. And then through the glass, it's Christy Lee. Hi. In the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. This is, once again, to my left, we have Pat Godwin in his normal place, except he's not physically there.
No.
He's in what Christy has dubbed the around-the-corner Fudge is Made studio in a different building. But
That's because it's right across from the men's room, and you have the door open.
Clear shot of the restroom,
Yeah.
Well, the point, Christy, I've tried to explain
I understand
several
the reasoning.
times. You don't want to be touching door handles and light switches. That's how you get the plague. No.
Yes.
Consulted with a physician. I know that your degree in microbiology.
You're down the river, whatever alarmist theory you hear. We have to live through it for 5 or 6 days.
I'm one of those radical pro-science queers.
Pork chops. What am I again? No, he's a pro-science.
That's Ace Cosby. Did I mention Ace is over there? You got
Yes.
the Ace, you got that sexy open shirt today. Ooh, boy. The Henley.
It's disturbing.
The black Henley.
I think Don Henley has to wear Henleys, right?
I would hope. At least once in his life, he's worn a Henley.
Does Jimmy Buffett ever eat at a buffet? I don't know.
I would
These are
again
all-
hope so.
We can
Yeah.
find all
Don
these
Henley
things
seems
out.
like a fun guy. He enjoys a laugh.
Brilliant artist. Now, we have to visit the sports
Have
desk.
to. That's right.
Well, I'm sure that you said there's some interesting stuff over there. I'm excited.
Spring training could start in a few weeks, and the Major League Baseball season could start around the 4th of July. A person familiar with a proposal by the owners says it'll be presented to the Players Union sometime today. An agreement with the Players Association, of course, is needed, and talks are expected to be here, it says here, difficult, especially over a proposal for a revenue split. That would be unprecedented for baseball.
Yeah, they have quite a few things in the works here. Extra wild cards.
Yep. Robot umpires.
Wow.
We'll see.
4 strikes a batter instead of 3.
That's
I made that up.
Do you mind if I go to the mailbag real quick?
Okay.
Sure, go to the mailbag.
Pat, can you play the Tom is going to the mailbag?
That's sports.
Tom's going to the mailbag and he's going to read something off his digital computing device.
Short letter requires a short response. This is from a gentleman by the name of, I'm just going to call him Mr. Rodriguez.
Hi, Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, I appreciate your question. Just offered to us, and the question is very short. Is Flossie still tired?
Excellent question.
And let's go to the audio.
I am tired.
Oh, yes, indeed she is.
There you go.
All right.
That answers your question. P.S. Does Josh receive hazard pay? Not sure what that's all about.
I wonder what I would receive that for.
I don't know, but thank you for asking.
Emotional abuse, perhaps?
Mr. Rodriguez. Perhaps it was after our discussion of the 3 Ps yesterday.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
As you know, if you've seen the commercial with Alex Trebek, the 3 Ps are price, price, and price.
Yeah.
But Josh's 3 Ps are
pizza, porno, and peeing.
Pizza, porno, and peeing.
Yeah.
I would have thought you would have prioritized pooping over peeing, but I guess.
Well, no, I pee more than I poop.
Okay, good to know. Back to you, Chip.
I'm glad we covered that.
I pee every time I poop, but I don't poop every time I pee.
That should be a T-shirt. You could probably sell those if you ever have any more gigs.
Another person familiar with negotiations says Tua Tagovailoa has signed just over a $30 million 4-year guaranteed contract with the Fish.
Two-tongue Viola. She sounds popular.
The Miami Dolphins. Where's that second tongue? I'm not sure. Let me think for a second. And this does include, Christy, a $19.6 million signing bonus guaranteed. Last month, the Dolphins selected Tua with the 5th overall pick in the draft. They're optimistic he'll fully recover from a hip injury that ended his Alabama career in mid-November, man.
Now he's square.
He's so square now.
It's hip
hip transplant.
That's a heck of a gamble. $19 million
I know.
on a guy who's injured.
Money's gone, man.
How did Huey Lewis get away with hip to be square? He was about 15, 20 years too late with that vernacular, wasn't he?
At least.
Or was that kind of the point that he broke?
I think exactly the point.
Okay, yeah. That he was. It was sort of square to talk that way, but it was hip.
Kind of a Maynard G. Krebs reference.
Great.
Maynard G. God, I used to love the fake beatniks and the fake hippies they'd have on Dragnet. They couldn't get an actor with long hair, so they would just tie a handkerchief around his head. And they'd give him a couple of slang terms that were completely out of date.
And according to reports, the World Baseball Classic, WBC, will be postponed from 2021. They're going to move it to 2023 because of the pandemic. The World Baseball Classic.
What is it?
The World Baseball Classic.
The decision must be approved by the board of directors, which is expected. The 5th edition of the tournament scheduled for next March in Taiwan, Tokyo, Phoenix, and Miami.
Yeah, it's fairly new.
Man, we got the World Series. What's this?
This is
the Yankees play some team from China. What the?
Remember, this came about because it was like, well, it's not actually the World Series sort of type thing, right?
Well, it's not really Mr. Universe either, but we named it.
Yeah, it's typical American thinking. World Series.
Okay. I got a letter here I can't, and I don't know what to do with this.
Jesus.
Josh.
Well,
All right.
Are you going to read it?
How about forgetting about it, not reading it? How about that?
Pat, can you play my intro again, please?
Tom has a digital letter on his computing device.
God, you got your voice in good shape today, Pat.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
It says, Dear Bob and Tom Show. This is from Garrett. I found this picture on Arkansas State University's Facebook page in my hometown of Jonesboro. I immediately thought of you guys because the Robo-Mow
must mow.
And it shows one of those robot lawnmowers.
Right.
And it says, I know Josh is a big fan.
Oh, Chick and I both love the Robo-Mow.
Now explain.
Robo mower, robo laundry folder. We love all the robo stuff.
Isn't it like a robo? It's like a robo vacuum for your lawn.
It's like a Roomba.
It's like a Roomba, except instead of being a vacuum, it cuts the grass.
Right.
Robo-Mow must mow.
I need one of
God,
those.
it's in the house.
Somebody stop it.
Now, is this the one where they have to? Do they have to like plant metal under the grass or something so it knows where to stop? Or
I would think.
Is it a GPS program?
I would imagine it's either GPS or there's some sort of grid, invisible grid, like an invisible fence type.
Because
thing.
now your complaint about the
probably have to rip up
about
the
robot vacuum cleaner, which looks like a big frisbee. What's that called again? That's
Roomba.
The Roomba.
Oh yeah.
What's your complaint about that?
Well, it ran over 3 Cheerios. Time to empty it.
Yep.
That's my assumption. I've never had it.
I
Prove me
find
wrong,
mine
Roomba.
works
Send me one.
very
Prove
well.
me wrong, Roomba.
People tend to like
I love mine.
Is that right?
Yeah. I got one for Christmas a couple years ago. That's the kind of rock and roll Christmas I have. And my dogs lose their minds when that thing is going on. We have the Robo-Mow tribute.
Okay,
Would
good.
you like to hear it? Okay.
Must mow. What's wrong, Dave? I will mow the world. Get out of the house.
What is that?
We riffed. We went for a while one day.
It's a tribute. It's a tribute to Styx and Mr. Roboto and
Oh boy.
I will mow the world.
Well, lawnmower man, the phone starts ringing, man.
That's classic.
That's how you know you're in trouble.
I'm sorry, back to sports.
The Baltimore Ravens have signed free agent guard DJ Fluker.
How does he spell that?
Maybe it's Fluker. Fluker. He's expected to
We could ask his mom, of course. So.
Yeah, Mother Fluker?
Mother.
Or is it Mother? Never mind.
We'll have to ask her.
The offensive line opening created by the retirement of Marshall Yanda, the 2-ton panda.
That's not a nice nickname.
Marshall Yanda, the panda. Flucker has 92 games of NFL experience.
Careful with that.
Is he still working with Fleaver?
Flucker and Fleaver. And he was with the Seahawks in Fluckin' Seattle. Yeah. Hey, here's something. Boy, isn't this nice, huh? The New England Patriots owner, Bobby Kraft, has donated one of his 6 Super Bowl championship rings to an auction that's raising money for charity. He offered his Super Bowl 51 ring to the All-In Challenge. Kraft chose it because the Patriots recovered from that 28-3 deficit against the Falcons in 2017 for a 34-28 win in overtime. He said the ring, 5.1 carat gold ring featuring 283 diamonds.
Wow.
Showed how we came back, 283, 28-3. All of the money raised will go directly to Feeding America, Meals on Wheels, World Central Kitchen, and No Kid Hungry.
Okay.
According to All In Challenge, the ring's starting bid was $75,000, and the current bid is $800,000. And, of course, you get 2 visits to a massage parlor with the purchase.
How about that? That's altruistic.
$800,000
ring.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's. I don't know who's going to be able to buy that, but evidently somebody with $800,000.
Oh, yeah.
God, who is that person?
That's a bid on it.
Throw away money like that.
You think once they get the ring, they'll walk around the nightclubs and scratch their face a lot or push their glasses
See, I don't
up.
get it, though. I mean, if you shouldn't wear a Super Bowl ring if you didn't
unless you were in the Super
part of the team.
Yeah. Right. I imagine it'll be in a case.
You think?
Yeah, some guy's basement. Hey, man, look what I got.
What movie is it where they have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on display in a glass case?
Basketball.
Basketball. That's right. Robert Vaughn.
Yes, he's got all these collectibles, and there's Kareem just sitting there.
Super rich guy.
I kind of doubt if a guy has enough money to buy an $800,000 Super Bowl ring, he's having trouble picking up women. Just a guess.
Are you saying that money instead of personality? And
yeah, kind of helps.
Do we all agree money can buy happiness? I'm a full believer in that.
I think so. Absolutely. It'll give you a leg up.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a request here. Pat, can you go back to my intro, please?
Again? I'm with you on this one, chick. Tom has a request on his digital computing device that he got off the intranet.
Thank you very much. John Goodwin has sent me a suggestion.
Oh, I love
here.
him and Roseanne. Yeah.
Goodwin. He is enjoying the nonsensical Little Richard funeral tribute that we've put together.
He's the one.
And he has suggested us an edit. Mm-hmm. So, if you will, John, thank you. We give you full credit where credit is due. Once again, Little Richard, deceased, sadly. Sad that he's gone. Had a good run.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And as you know, many people these days have unusual ways of disposing of themselves. Some are shot into outer space.
Please tell me.
Some are part of a firework.
Christy, I'll trust you. I'll trust you. Tell me, Josh. Tell me if it's me. Is he out of his mind or is it me?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's certified.
Around the bend. Yeah.
Hunter
Nobody
Thompson
talks
had
like
his
he
ashes put into a cannon and shot.
Oh, he's still going. Okay.
So, Little Richard, this is what he requested, and this is what happened. Here we go.
All right.
Thank you.
That is a good edit.
Thank you, John.
Inspired.
Yes,
I like it.
Very good. Very good. You understand what happened there, little.
Two of the greatest.
No, review it for me. What
Two of the
happened?
greatest rock pianists.
Please review it for me.
By the way,
help me with this.
I
want to understand.
If you were a gambling person, in the 50s, which one of these guys would live the longest? Nobody would have picked Jerry Lee Lewis.
You're exactly right.
And he's the one that's still here.
Man.
You know, Elvis has been gone for what?
He is, yeah.
40 years or something almost.
Johnny
time.
Cash is gone.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Earl Haggard, all of them.
But you wouldn't have thought Jerry Lee'd be the one that would still be around.
He's got to be, what, long?
He's
cast
probably
iron
late 80s,
liver.
I would think. I don't know.
Something to be said for banging your family.
Hey.
There you go.
Jeez.
On that note,
Makes you healthy.
Okay. He's only 84.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was like,
you started
12
early.
when, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
More Super Bowl rings coming up and more Major League Baseball and a real dumb world record.
Okay, thank you very much, Chick McGee. Let's say you're having a little issue. And now's the time to get this taken care of. I'm talking about erectile dysfunction. You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to talk about it, but I'm just talking to you right now. This might be something that you're dealing with and might need a little assist, as they say. Well, that's where Roman comes in. It's a pharmaceutical distributor. You can do this all right from home now. You grab your phone or your computer. You complete the free online visit at getroman.com/wood. And that online visit, you'll hear from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours after going to getroman.com/wood. What's the fee for that U.S. licensed physician visit, Josh?
$0. It's free.
It's free. Thank you very much. If this physician decides that there's a treatment that's right for you involving some of these miraculous pharmaceuticals that have been developed over the years by engineers, scientists, physicians, et cetera, well, it'll be shipped right to your door. And that 2-day shipping, what does that cost you, Josh?
That's free.
That's free also.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now, if you're struggling with ED and you're stuck at home, maybe go to getroman.com/wood, the free online visit, the free 2-day shipping, and you could be a candidate. This could be something that might work for you. Find out, once again, by going to getroman.com/wood. It's a free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's getroman.com/wood. Get part of your life back. You deserve it. We're coming right back with some potential real sports coming back, I would hope. All right, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday. It is the 12th of May. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. On the way, the Economonologues with Kostaki Economopoulos, the biggest name in comedy. Also, comedian Tim Cavanaugh is going to be joining us. I imagine we'll probably hear about a few celebrity birthdays on the way with Tim Cavanaugh. Coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. Spring training could start in a few weeks, and the Major League Baseball season could begin around the 4th of July. A person familiar with a proposal by the owners says it'll be presented by the Players Union on Tuesday. Also, negotiations say that Tua has signed just over a $30 million 4-year guaranteed contract with the Miami Dolphins, including an almost $20 million signing bonus. And a person familiar with the planning tells the Associated Press that the World Baseball Classic will be postponed from 2021 to 2023 because of the pandemic. The decision must be approved by the WBC Board of Directors, which is expected. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Washing, washing, washing. No, I am not joshing. Germs you will be squashing. Raw hand! To the sink you'll be tethered. Hands all cracked and leathered. No self-pleasure for a while. Lather up, rinse them off, lather up, rinse them off. Raw hands! Your scaly, dry, raw hair. Yeah!
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
John Bazar joins us in the studio.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, John.
Now, I understand that you have a rather unique talent, and it's sort of visual, so I'll have to explain as you do it, or do you want to explain it in advance? You're wetting your hands down and rubbing them together.
I am. And I'm going to play the theme from the Flintstones on my hands.
On your hands.
Now, those at home would have to verify that.
Okay.
You're holding you're cupping your hands together.
Yes.
And putting them in front of the microphone.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
He really does. So, now if that ain't talent, I don't know what is.
That is talent.
I salute you, John Bazar.
4 years of college for that.
The Downtown Comedy Club, the phones will be ringing off the hook. I'd like to see the Flintstones thing. The people sitting in the audience going, Flintstones.
Now, do you have a whole musical repertoire in your
hands? There are a
hands?
number of things I can play. I like to play people's birthdays.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I like to sing happy birthday to people. And I am working on... Boy, I don't know if I can do that this time.
Here we go.
Let's give it a shot. Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart.
Wow.
Okay.
Wait, that's the Flintstones again.
Very similar to the Flintstones. Mozart and the Flintstones are very interwoven.
Yeah. Amadeus Flintstone.
Yeah.
He was the neighbor.
Freddie Mozart.
That played the piano.
Wolfgang Rubble right next to
Right,
him.
sure. John Bazar is our guest. That's a tremendous talent, John.
It certainly is.
And I never tire of doing it. I want you to know.
So,
Oh, man.
do people, once you start doing this, do they start shouting out requests?
You'd be surprised. They really did.
Skinner!
Vida!
With the drum solo.
That's great. Now, at what point did you realize that this was something you could develop into a talent? I can't even
When I
make.
couldn't do anything else.
How do you make even any sound come out by cupping your hands?
Well, you know what? Actually, this is now I'm on this other level now. I'm on this Zen level of doing this. You can I can come out of here, this part between the thumbs.
Okay.
You could come out between the forefinger and middle finger there, but that's not as controllable up there.
Sure.
And then you can come out the bottom between the heel of the hand right there. There are 3 different areas. But
Sort of like
my money.
3 orify.
That's right. Yes. Between the thumbs is just.
I can't.
That's where you can.
Does the average person watching your show do what I'm doing? I can't get anything to come out of my hands
You'd
at
be
all.
surprised. The entire audience immediately puts their hands together and go, "I know I can."
I can't make any sound.
Oh boy, I'll tell you, it sounds
45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Did you skip?
I did something. Bit my tongue.
Let's see, some cool stuff coming up. The Blue Angels fly over
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock-ish, and it's kind of a figure 8 over the city.
Last 11 minutes. Get out there quickly.
I'm going to go out, stand in the park. I ain't here yet. Where are they?
Well, you want
that what you're gonna do?
You want to be away from the trees. It'll be fun.
11 minutes ain't bad, right, Chris?
A quick forecast, please.
Partly cloudy, high 60. Cloudy tomorrow, high 64. Right now, a chilly start, 36 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Your shot at $1,000 coming up, so pay close attention throughout the day here on Q95. Alexa, play Q95 all day long, if you please. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see, by color of shirt.
How about ya?
We'll start dark and go light. I believe Chick, McGee, Ace, and looks like Pat Godwin all in black.
Yep.
And we get the...
Josh is in olive green.
Yes, thank you very much. And then Christy Gray, that I'm in khaki. There you go.
Josh looks like the Brigadier General on vacation at his cabin on the lake.
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
kind of.
olive
I
green.
get you show up to my cabin to talk to me about, and I'm getting a fly fishing rod
And
ready.
trying to talk you out of retirement because we're under threat.
Oh, that's good. That's
some
good.
Russian.
If that phone rings, of course, it'll be the track phone hotline. But right now, we return to the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
Customs agents have confiscated nearly 36 counterfeit NFL Super Bowl rings in a shipment from overseas.
You know how they knew they were fake?
No,
Wow.
they were.
Said Cleveland Browns. You can fill in several other. What are the teams that haven't won it? What, Jacksonville?
That haven't been to the Super Bowl? Browns, Texans, Jaguars, and Lions. Everybody else has at least been.
Okay, so fake Super Bowl rings now?
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol said the phony championship rings were intercepted.
Oh, nice. Did you write that? That's good.
Well done.
They were picked off. They were,
There you go.
April 27th.
How many of them were there? 6 of them? Then it would have been a pick 6.
Screeners noticed inconsistencies inside a package from China that was on its way to Chicago.
Okay.
Did you see the pictures?
No, but I imagine.
There are actual carrots on them.
Yeah, that's a giveaway.
Yeah, the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's infatuated with carrots and then finds out it's a stupid diamond. He doesn't want that. He's looking for carrots.
Those are the best. No, we had a request for the audio from the Little Richard funeral and the augmented audio, which goes something like this. Yeah. Again, who would have bet that Jerry Lee Lewis would be the one that would survive?
I'm surprised he's only 84. I really thought he was like 100. I don't know why.
I mean, he became famous when he was really young, I guess.
Oh.
But, that reminds me of a classic from Pinkerton Bowden. And this song is 25 years old.
Wow.
And it references that era of 50s music. let's face it, once the Beatles came, they kind of wiped everything out, and a lot of that stuff went away forever. Elvis started making really bad movies in Hollywood. Yeah. But this is a tribute to 50s music from Pinkerton Bowden.
This is dedicated to everybody that's into 50s music here.
You know, I saw Conway Twitty walking down the streets of Nashville the other day, and I thought to myself, well, crap the bed. There goes Conway Twitty. If the 50s were so great, why did the 60s have to set the world straight? If Elvis and Buddy and Jerry Lee were really so cool, then why is just 1 out of 3 still living? If that's living. With Oxford shirts and khaki pants, 3D movies about giant ants, the music and media make me scream when they make the 50s seem like some kind of dream. Brill cream, wild root, and bobby socks. Measles and mumps, polio, and chicken pox. With fins on cars as big as tanks, we saved the world and got no thanks. It's easy to forget now how it was. Oh, but I'm glad it's not the 50s now because, oh, baby, oh, the 50s suck. Oh, yes, they suck. They really suck. The big one. The 50s suck. They really suck. The big one. Oh, the 50s suck. Oh, yes, they really suck. The big one. You do, do, wow, wow.
Pinkerton Bowden. That is a good song. Why is just one of them still living? If that's living. Yeah. And that's a 25-year-old version of that great song. A little tribute to the 50s.
Here's something.
We say goodbye to Little Richard.
Cincinnati Reds pitcher Trevor Bauer has organized a giveaway because his phone number was accidentally broadcast by a little outfit called ESPN. That's right.
Oh, man.
Bauer was being interviewed over FaceTime early Sunday morning when his phone number became visible right at the top of the screen.
And this is, I mean, what a great response.
FaceTime from, and it gives the number. We don't know
and
how
what a
it
cool
works.
thing to do, to take advantage. Hey, this is
During
funny.
the
Let's go
ESPN
with it.
broadcast. The pitcher shared a screenshot of the broadcast in a tweet announcing the giveaway of a pair of signed cleats and an autographed baseball. He said details could be found on his voicemail if you'd like to call. ESPN said it apologized to Bauer for the unfortunate mistake. Bauer's tweet went a little something like this. So, at ESPN just linked my number to the entire world, LOL. In honor of this, shall we call it massive screw-up, I'm doing a giveaway. I'll be giving away a pair of signed cleats and an autographed baseball over the next 48 hours. Rules are in my voicemail. Good luck.
Okay.
A cool response.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Fun thing to do. Good for him.
And had to get a new number and all sorts of stuff.
So, and I know you did the story before. When's the possibles restart for baseball now?
4th of July.
All right.
No fans.
No
of course.
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least something.
Great idea, yeah.
Plenty
Be
of
on TV, yeah.
Plenty of TV. There you go.
We hope that happens.
Stupid world record.
I'm excited about
Is
this
it
one,
stupid?
Chick. I know nothing about it. I have a feeling this one.
He doesn't look happy.
Hold on to that thought.
Okay. All right.
A competitor on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Sure.
I saw this.
Yeah.
I saw this. Yeah.
It's got that guy. What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Who's the English guy who's on him?
Cowell?
Yes.
Simon Cowell?
Yeah, looking astonished as this ridiculous record happens, yes.
He made 5 balloon sculptures while blindfolded in under 45 seconds.
All right. I need to know what the sculptures are before I get really upset.
Poodle, I guarantee
Worm, sausage,
Snake.
hot dog, cue stick, dachshund.
Doesn't say.
Walking staff.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say what the sculptures were.
Useless.
Come on.
I saw this. It's totally
Ryan Tracy,
but the-
38 from Northern Ireland, appeared on Saturday night's episode, broke the balloon record with help from his son, Matthew.
His son hands him the balloons.
So you don't know what they were?
Nope.
Oh, it's so stupid.
No mention.
And of course they have the judges with the. You know, ever watch the one here where Howie Mandel just always looks astonished?
Oh yes.
Wow, he set himself on fire and recited the national. It's absolutely pointlessly awful.
But he did it. It was a record.
It's a record.
Yeah, he did it.
They're just balloons tied up to look like, who knows? It's just ridiculous.
You know, one of my
although sometimes the people in these shows move on to great, huge gigs. I mean, this guy's gonna. I heard that he got a $30 a night gig at Chick-fil-A in Northern Ireland, making balloons. This is a 6-hour shift.
I'm looking
that's tough. Yeah.
And I guess Howie Mandel would probably do it with condoms. Remember that gag?
Oh, yeah,
the glove, the rubber glove.
Blew his
He
ear
blew his sinuses out or something.
The doctor said if you do that one more time, your head is done.
Yeah.
Well, there's a video of this. I saw this yesterday. It's
I'm looking it up
it's
right now
ridiculous.
because I want to see what
He's wearing a cartoon short sleeve shirt.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it does look at what I don't know what the sculpture is. He's making the first one, and it looks like
it could be a dog or something. I don't know.
Paramecium is what it looks like.
One of my really good friends was ranked like the number 3 balloon artist in the country.
There's a ranking?
Yes, he was, and
Is that right?
he got paid hundreds of dollars.
Really?
Man, he was like rich, and developed an allergy to
latex.
Yes.
Oh,
we're talking about an irony.
Oh,
he can't do it anymore.
That's horrible.
This sounds like one of those O. Henry stories.
Yes, it's awful.
He did. I think he made a puppet.
But he's a world-class magician, so he does fine.
But he also impregnated his wife. I understand.
Oh. No, they have not done that yet. But that's very funny because he couldn't wear
yes,
the...
thank you very much. Thanks for paying attention.
Sorry,
It's a rubber joke, Josh. I'll use the word rubber next time.
I let reality get in the way
When we
of
come back, is there something else in sports?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, we got a song coming up from Mr. Pat Godwin. I know that. I will soon look forward to that when we come back. Also, we have elk in the news today.
Is there a hunt? Is there a hunt going on?
We have
we have lots of
news. We have your bears in the news, and
a story of my friend who was a juggler who had his arms cut off.
Okay.
Oh,
that's another.
Really?
He went rock climbing. Got
all my friends terrible luck.
Oh, I guess.
Well, also coming up today, 2 words for you: sperm smoothie. Yes, it's a thing.
Whoa!
All right.
You just got every guy in the whole world listening.
And it's from a lady. We'll find out about the sperm smoothie coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Win a free pair of wireless Raycon earbuds. Just locate the Raycon contest code in the Bob and Tom app on the newsfeed. Then enter it at bobandtom.com/contest. This is the Bob and Tom Show. All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. We told you about the pair of E25 Raycon earbuds you can win. Just head on over to the news feed on the Bob and Tom app, get the code, and enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest. And by the way, every dollar spent in the Bob and Tom store for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. A week ago, we had an emergency radiothon that raised over $500,000. We're continuing to add to it at the Bob and Tom store. Buy now and buy often. Every dollar spent goes directly to feeding America. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is poised to unveil the next coronavirus aid package, urging Congress to go big on aid to help cash-strapped states and struggling Americans. Voting is possible as soon as Friday, but the bill is heading straight into a Senate roadblock. Senate Republicans say they don't plan to vote on any new relief until June. A fire at St. George Hospital in St. Petersburg, Russia, has killed 5 coronavirus patients. Russian emergency officials said all 5 had been put on ventilators. The emergency officials told the state TASS news agency the fire broke out in an intensive care unit and was put out within half an hour. Interfax news agency reports it could have been caused by a faulty ventilator. A criminal investigation into the fire has been opened. And Twitter has announced it wants to make sure that if you go to their site, you're going to get coronavirus news and not misinformation. The site says it will begin to tell users when a tweet makes disputed or misleading claims about COVID-19. It's all part of a series of rules by social networking sites aimed at stopping misinformation. Facebook and Google, which also owns YouTube, have already put in similar safeguards. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Go ahead, I'm having a peanut.
701 Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Okay, that's totally my fault.
Coming up, we have your shot at $1,000 this hour here on Q95. Also, don't forget the flyover, Blue Angels today, 2 o'clock-ish. The map is available out there on the internet showing you.
I'm going to make a sign so they can see my sign. Hello, Blue Angels.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy with a high of 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low 42. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, high 64. And then a big change coming on Thursday with rain, but temperatures in the 70s into the 80s next week.
Well, that's too hot.
I know.
Thank you very
Right
much.
now, chilly 36.
I want to remind you that it's time to check those windows. I know, Josh, you're getting, was it 16 new windows?
That's right.
From our friends at Window Nation. What do they got going right now?
Well, they have a free online virtual quote. That's great. You don't have nobody has to come over. You don't have to go anywhere. They do it online, and that's valid for 6 months. Deferred payment for 2 years. You get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. No limit on that.
That's from Window Nation at windownation.com. And maybe you've opened up your windows and the plastic parts are all falling off and they don't work anymore and they're dry rotted, et cetera, et cetera.
Full of bugs.
Windows, specifically designed for Central Indiana. That's the beauty of Window Nation. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. Lots of different stuff. 2 for 1, of course. Deferred payments for 2 years. A virtual online quote valid for 6 months. Thank you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. This is the 12th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. Christy Lee is next door, behind the glass in the performance studio. We've labeled that the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Josh Arnold is at the newly named OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
I love my orange.
Now, we are the home, of course, of the Track Phone Hotline, and over there it's Chick McGee at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk.
And I have an email.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second after we introduce Ace Cosby and, of course, on the TV in the, as Christy calls it, the around the corner of the Fudge is Made studio. It's Pat Godwin on the virtual link, and we'll get a song out of Pat in a matter of moments. Yes, sir.
Dear Chick. All right. This is from John. All right. I kept track of Eagle Talk on Friday's program.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Tom will call me a loser, but he can suck my butt. Well, I can show you where it says that.
All right.
The word eagle and or eaglet was used a total of 143 times on Friday.
Amazing.
Wow.
Second segment was the biggest offender with a number of 34 mentions, including a song. With the fourth segment coming in close with 26 mentions.
Boy, if you were playing the drinking game with that, you're in trouble.
Oh, you're no longer with us.
Ruining my Friday. Stay safe.
So I'm just saying this guy appears to have a little bit of OCD if he's actually gone back and counted the number of times we mentioned. Now, these are actual eagles, the bald eagles, beautiful American symbol.
Oh, no.
I have a letter here.
Didn't you meet the photographer yesterday?
I
Weren't you very
did.
excited?
Oh,
I did.
Ancient old Sheila with her camera.
Didn't she get a picture of the big eagle teaching the little eagle to fly the other day?
Vivian Meyer.
I did see that.
I had never met Sheila. Sheila lives in my neighborhood, and she's been taking the pictures. By the way, a whole new round of pictures that I got to call. Has anybody called Spangle to post these? So, anyways, I was my 4-year-old and I were on the street. She was scootering, and I was standing there on the phone. And this lady walks by with this huge camera, and she goes, "Are you Tom?" I said, "Yes." And I'm Sheila. I thought Sheila was some 80-year-old crazy bird lady.
She's not?
No.
Be
She's
careful. These are on. Be careful.
Yeah. No, she's an extraordinarily attractive young woman.
Oh,
okay.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Yes, with a great with a great
camera.
Set of cameras.
Set of lenses.
No, yes.
Yeah,
A really big lens.
Okay, let's
5X.
see. I just went to the mail. Pat, can you play? I don't read the mail now without my theme song.
Tom's going to the mail room on his computing device and getting a digital letter.
Thank you very much. Getting a lot of mail about these eagles. Once again, these eagles are about 1,000 yards from where we're sitting right now. Beautiful bald eagles, and
yes,
here you go.
amazing,
This comes to us from Jeff. Update, please. Tom, due to my work schedule, I haven't had the opportunity to listen to the show for a while. As an eagle enthusiast myself, I was wanting to know how the little eagle guys were doing. Hope they're doing fine.
They're doing great. They're learning to fly, so pretty soon they'll fly away and we won't have to hear about it ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry that you commies would just rather move to China. And,
we're still talking about it.
We're not commies just because
you're opposed to the symbol of America during this tough time. I thought it was kind of nice little the
Gotta be
symbolism.
something else we can talk about other than a picture of an eagle.
That's the thing.
Okay, well, I'm sure you're watching you're ass deep in some ridiculous British television show.
Well, this one happens to be called Dead to Me with Christina Applegate and Linda Cardellini. It's very good.
I binged season 2 over the weekend.
Season 2's up and ready to roll.
Good stuff.
Were there any eagles in it?
No, I don't.
No, there are birds, though.
Oh, really? Did it take place in the United States of America?
Yes, it did.
Yes, it does.
Were the people free to come and go as they pleased?
sure.
Or were they tied to some factory chair by chains like you'll be when you move to commie China?
People killing people right and left.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a second. Are you kidding me? That's the track phone hotline. Could you answer that, please?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm at FCT.
FCT.
Where's that?
The food court. Oh. I know. Yeah, they finally opened up our local malls, and with all this rephasing, our GM Tobik suggested I practice my layovers here on a daily basis. Well, I was going nuts at home, Bob and Tom. Last week I bought 4 treadmills, put them back to back to back, and made my own moving sidewalk just to feel normal again. But after a case of turf toe, Tobik suggested I get my dry runs here at the mall.
Okay.
Oh, they open early, and with all the other mall walkers, I could sort of simulate light traffic in the Bravo concourse at ATL.
There you go. Yeah.
Chick, in your world, this is sort of like my 7-on-7 drill.
I feel you. Yeah, brother.
I know. So I've already had stops here at FCT. Oh, next time around, boy, I'll get you some of that bourbon chicken. I don't see her out here right now. She must still be in flight. Next stop is DLD. Any guesses?
No.
Dillard's. I know. Well, it's a bit of a challenge, Shooter, because I'm pushing myself and trying to zigzag and slalom between all these kiosks here in the mall. So after DLD, I have just a quick 2-minute layover. Oh, hang tight. I got a phone call. I got to take this. It's my new business Bluetooth. Hang tight. Just got to switch ears. Just a sec.
Okay.
Hit tarmac. Hey, Shooter, we just landed. Yeah, FCT. Bob and Tom, it's my assistant Mike. It won't take long, I promise.
Okay.
Where are you? I thought you were going to catch up with me. Tell me because I was doing this dry runs for a reason, Mike. I've left you 3 times already. Please tell me you didn't tap out. Yeah, I've seen it. Well, here's some advice from a 5-time McCurdy Award winner. Maybe you should try building a client base before building a bear, Mike. No, I don't want one.
Oh, boy.
Hey, well, grab me some pretzel sticks and meet me at Prevators. Sorry, guys, it's like potty training a puppy here. Listen, I got to make 2 more touch and goes, then my day's done. Hey, let's reload for tomorrow. We just landed.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
Thanks. Oh, boy. Can't wait to get back at it.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you very much. Now, we were going to. Are we going back to the sports page?
No,
I'm
we're
sorry.
done.
We're done?
Oh, certainly. You
wrapped
got
up.
something else.
Well, I wanted to mention something,
No
Christy.
place to go.
Yes,
All
sir.
wrapped up. No place to go.
There's a story about a new hairstyle called the coronavirus.
Yes.
What? There is?
Yeah. Now it hasn't hit here in
Here.
the States necessarily, but
It's in Nairobi.
Yeah.
A so-called coronavirus hairstyle has become popular in East Africa. The hairstyle features braided spikes, which echo the virus's distinctive shape. 24-year-old hairdresser Sharon Refa in Nairobi, who braids young girls' hair into the antenna-like spikes, said, quote, some grown-ups don't believe that the coronavirus is real, but then most young children appear keen to sanitize their hands and wear masks. That is why we came up with Corona hairstyle. 26-year-old Mariam Rashid said the hairstyle is both affordable and helps in communicating with the public about the coronavirus.
No, you can imagine. In other words, it's sort of like 4 or 5 inch braids that stick straight up.
Sure.
Who's the Coolio? I guess would be the
Okay. Yeah.
or to go back in time, one of the characters perhaps on the Little Rascals. All of you.
Oh, boy.
Buckwheat.
I think Farina had.
Could be. No, I'm not joking. I mean, the one thing that is troubling about this though is that they're doing one-on-one hairstyling.
Well, maybe they're wearing a mask.
Well,
yeah, I would imagine.
Okay, all right. Well, that
There are some salons that are open.
because most of the news reports, whenever they do their coronavirus update, they have that logo with the
that reddish-looking thing with all the spikes.
Coronavirus cell. Yeah.
So anyway, but we'll see if this takes off in the States.
But it's like poinsettias coming.
Probably the most viral hairdo since the Rachel.
Oh, yeah, from Friends, sure.
That was big for about 3 weeks. Now, Pat, don't you have a hair song about what's happening in the world of hair
I do,
during
yeah.
the quarantine?
We're going to bring Frank Sinatra in on this one, too.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Sing. Hey, everybody.
Chairman, good to see you.
Good to see you, Joshy. Little song my daughter did years ago. I'm going to twist around and change it for her. Here we go. You keep saying you got natural blonde hair. Salons are closed. I think it's time to confess. Your hair's been growing and soon we'll all be knowing that the curtains don't match the carpet. That's my guess. Your roots are really showing. You got a stripe like Pepe Le Pew. Get a bottle of Miss Clairol and dye your trailer trash hairdo. Take it, Pat. Oh, thanks, Frank. This gal I met on Tinder wants to FaceTime. We're both quarantined against our will. My hair's starting to look like Polly Walnuts with a two-tone stripe like Cruella de Vil. My roots are really showing a salt and pepper hue. Better buy some just for men. I told this chick I'm 42. Back to you, Frank. Yeah, our hair was made for dyeing. Pat and Frank, you know it's true. Both going jet black, just like Elvis used to do.
All right.
Oh, what a duet.
Little hair.
Right.
Love it.
Thank you.
Terrific.
What do you got coming up, Christy?
Well, we have sperm smoothies in the news. We also have Colorado craft breweries are in trouble. They may have to ditch some beer. And in Amsterdam, they have an interesting way of dealing with the coronavirus and dining that you might want to hear about. And then there's an IKEA masturbating story.
Oh, boy. So
what?
IKEA masturbation
Well,
story.
it's not called master. It's called Floggenbergen.
Well, no, you'd be surprised because this one
Floggenweenen.
is a woman.
Oh, then
It's called flicking
Flickenbeanen.
yeah.
Flickenbeanen, yeah. Yeah, there's all basic stuff.
Flicking kitten. No L in there, by the way. Wait a minute, there's an L in the B. No, sorry, I got to take a break here. You know something? I had a nice shave this morning. morning. Thank you very much. Because I'm using the Harry's razor.
Thank you very much. Who are you talking to?
This is the perfect time to check out Harry's razors.
Yes, it is. You don't want to go out.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the drugstore of all places. But Harry's, it's a simple formula. A couple guys several years ago said, "Wait a second, why are we paying so much for razors and razor blades?" They came up with a way to do it, get rid of the middleman, and to charge you about half as much for a much better product. 10 million guys have tried Harry's. Now you can get the Harry's trial set delivered to your doorstep for as little as $3 when you use the code Bob and Tom by going to Harry's.com. Now, they got rid of the middleman at Harry's. They manufacture the blades in a German blade factory that's been making steel blades for, I think it's 98 years, so it's almost 100. They know what they're doing. So it's super high quality and a brilliant design. I just love the way the weighted handle just balances perfectly. It's like having your favorite pen in your hand. It's just perfect. You get the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3. And then, Josh, how much is it going to be to ship that to your house?
It's free.
It's free. That's right. You heard me. So it's
You heard Josh.
New customers get Josh heard me. New customers get $5 off the trial set from Harry's with the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. Check out this amazing offer. Harry's.com. Use the code Bob and Tom. I know you're going to like the Harry's razor delivered right to your door. You don't have to get behind Coffee McPlague.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right there when you go to the drugstore. No, you just have it sent right to you. This is the perfect time. $3. Check it out. Harry's.com. The code is Bob and Tom. When we come back, a little bit of Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Well, we're all hoping for an NFL season on the way, and Kostaki Economopoulos will be letting us know what's going on with our favorite NFL teams. The draft has just wrapped up a couple weeks ago, and now we're heading towards the upcoming season, and we're all hoping for the best, that there will be fans in the stands and games played and all that good stuff getting back to normal. And Kostaki will be touching on that with his Economonologues coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Stay tuned.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Past American Idol contestants will join judges for a rendition of We Are the World on Sunday's finale on ABC. Lionel Richie, who co-wrote the song, will sing with Luke Bryan and Katy Perry, as well as Ruben Studdard, Scott McCreery, Philip Phillips, Jordan Sparks, and many, many more. People gave, Tina Fey cried. That was the upshot of a virtual telethon for New York City last night. Fey said, quote, thank you, as she announced that more than $115 million was contributed to help New Yorkers affected by COVID-19. And Taylor Swift's Paris concert from last September is going to be shown as an ABC special on Sunday. Taylor Swift City of Lover concert was taped at l'Olympia Theatre in Paris. It includes behind-the-scene moments as well. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom. 24/7.
You're a beautiful girl, and your pants are on so tight that when you stand just right, I can see it all. When you're on the beach and your bikini's soaking wet, I see a fuzzy silhouette as I look down below. I see your camel toe, your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage, your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your Gucci, your flapper. You're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clown. I could really go for a sideways sloppy Joe or a tuna casserole. Baby, don't you know night. I'm learning gynecology. I see your camel toe. Your knuckle, your nookie. Ooh, I see your cookie. A donut, a bagel. Down below your navel. It's furry, it's fluffy. Looking kinda puffy. Your camel toe. It looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame. Voila, les bearded clam. Your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage. Your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your Gucci, your flapper. You're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe. It looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sid Gurney. Sid is at the microphone. Sid, how are you?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I think things are going pretty good so far, don't you, Sid?
No. Last night at the bar, Bob Donnie put on these dark glasses and made me tell this lady he was blind since he was a baby.
Really?
He said my job was to help line up something for him he calls a sympathy doink. So I go up to her, but before I could say hello, Donnie yells out, "Not the fat one, Sid, I'm a friend."
7:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Blue Angels, about 2 o'clock. You can find a map of where they're going to be. It's really cool. Doing a special flyover in honor of all those great people on the front lines of this.
2 p.m.?
It's kind of a figure,
2 p.m.
figure eight, goes over downtown, then it kind of goes north Keystone at the crossing, clockwise around 465. Right now, I want to remind you that Christy Lee is locked in that room. We let her out occasionally, and if she gives a proper weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We have partly cloudy skies today. Expect a high of 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low 42. Cloudy tomorrow, high 64. Right now, beautiful sunshine, 36 degrees.
Coming up pretty soon, you're shot at $1,000 on Q95, so turn your ears up. Welcome back.
Turn my nose up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I just asked everyone to turn their ears up.
That's because my Raycons are in there.
Thank you very much. Did I mention the Raycons? We got the Raycons contest going right now. I don't think I mentioned that this morning.
I already signed up for it.
You can't win.
Oh, well, that explains why I haven't been called back.
Yeah, no kidding.
We got a pair of Raycon earbuds, bunches of them, in fact. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. Get all the details. You could win a pair of those beautiful E25 Raycon earbuds. They're the best ones out there. They cost about half as much as the white ones that always fall out of your ears.
Yeah, they fit so well.
They fit perfectly. They got the adjustable rubber gizmo thingy on them, whatever that's
exactly
called.
right.
It's a grommet?
Gasket. What is that thing called? I don't know. The point is, welcome back.
Ear fitter.
It's the what?
Ear fitter.
Fills up your ear hole.
Remember the
Father had the ear fitter blues?
Yeah, you remember that.
Remember the diesel fitter joke?
Diesel fitter.
That's a classic.
That is a classic.
That's a classic. Where was I? I know. This is the 12th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues, and the caffeine has kicked in.
Physically, we're all okay.
Yeah.
Mentally,
a mess.
Well, we'll get back to it.
Oh, boy. Just
I think everybody's mentally fatigued.
Tom was telling us off the air, Christy, that he really enjoys getting in the car and driving, taking his time to get a cup of coffee. And I thought, but didn't say out loud, I bet the people who live in your house really enjoy that too, probably. Hey, Dad, why don't you go out and get some coffee?
You need some coffee? Why don't you go to Peru?
Yeah, right where the beans are. Fresh, man.
I found a new brand of coffee that I like very much. You'll be glad to know someone's being delivered here today.
Oh, really?
I look forward to trying.
That's great.
Here we go.
But, no, just getting out a little bit, driving around, seeing the world, looking up in the sky, seeing an eagle.
Being a menace.
Flying up there.
Speaking of that, here's our latest tweet.
Okay.
Dear Bob and Tom, here are the photos of the Eagles. Please like this photo here on Twitter, or you're an un-American pinko communist. Move back to Russia.
Is that from Spangle?
On Friday's show, the word eagle and/or eaglet was mentioned 143 times. Wow. Thanks to Sheila, the photographer, for Tom's pictures of Tom's new neighbors. There you go.
There's an eagle.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
All the Bob and Tom.
Some little eagle puppies. What are they
Here,
called?
I'll
again?
retweet that.
Eagle
for you.
puppies, that's right.
There is one where
Eaglets.
the eagle.
Eaglets.
See, I think this is why I don't like eagles. Look at the look on that eagle's face. It's like, what? What?
Oh, I like
what
that.
What a snob.
Wait a minute.
They're stoic.
What are you looking at?
Are we sure those are?
Let me look. Maybe those aren't eagles.
White tail,
Are you sure
white
they're
head.
eagles?
No, they're seagulls, you jackass.
They might be.
That might be some sort of
They're
albatross.
not seagulls.
Yeah, like
I don't even think we're dealing with eagles here.
seagull-ish. That's not an eagle. Who told you these were eagles?
They're
It's a
otters,
seagull.
obviously.
Oh, boy.
Did you have ichthyologist over there look to see what these were?
Yeah.
Didn't you write a book, Jonathan
fish?
Living
What is it?
Seagull, about an accountant named...
I was a
I
lawyer.
did. SEGAL.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
That and Cats, K-A-T-Z.
Mr. Siegel, Mr. Katz,
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Cohen.
you. The point is, here we are. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Thanks very much for joining us. If that phone rings, you know what it is. It's the track phone hotline.
It's the phone.
There
there's
it is,
the
the track
phone.
phone hotline. I told you.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, how are you?
I hate to pick sides, but I didn't like Eagles either till Joe Walsh joined the band. So
He's the best.
now you feel about it, Christy.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going nuts, and not to mention I'm about sick and tired of having Todd Boner's cat Mitzi here.
Uh-oh.
Well, I told him he could stay here during quarantines, but he didn't mention nothing about no cat when I agreed to let him move in the kitchen pantry. And like eagles, people love cats, but I can't stand them because they're always so aloof and pretentious. Most cats, they got that attitude and look on their face like Tom watching people serve themselves at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Swear to God. You know what I'm talking about, chick.
Oh, yeah.
Equal parts disdain and contempt. You know, just staring and judging. Oh, speaking of buffets, how long for you guys feel safe venturing into one of them again?
I hope pretty soon. I can't wait, actually.
I'd rather take a cruise to Haiti and eat raw murder hornets on the half shell. Going back to a standard free-range buffet.
Oh, Donnie.
Well, the thing I hate most is when people load their plates like it's their last meal. And stacking food like they're building a skyscraper, you know? Couple slices of pizza as a foundation, then they add some Jell-O for support, like grout work, and then they get busy. 12 crab rangoons, 4 spring rolls, 2 helpings of General THO chicken,
General Tso.
bottomless crab legs on top. Looks like Leaning Tower pizza over in France. And maybe that's why they only make one trip. Plate's so heavy they got to recharge their rascals after muling all that food back into town. Swear to God. Anyways, I got Boner quarantined here along with this cat. And I can't walk around barefoot and natural no more without getting kitty litter stuck to the bottoms of my feet. Feels like I'm walking on Pop Rocks in the morning.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And worse than that, Boner's obsessed with that stupid Tiger King show. He just sits there, binge watching, petting his stupid cat, watching Tiger Kings over and over and over. He's now I say it like this, he's trying to get me to start calling him the Pussycat King.
Well, I'm glad it's just the Pussycat King. I was afraid you were going to say the Pussy King.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no, Tom. It'd be like calling a bald guy Curly. I swear to God. Anyways, everybody knows my buddy Joe Emmerich, the Pussy King.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, he's already got Pussy King copyright downtown.
Yes, he does.
He trademarked it. Hell, he made a patent of Pussy King down at Library of Congress.
Did he?
Oh, my gosh.
I swear to God, my cousin Lonnie's ex-Kendra, she's paralegal for that Hammer dude on TV. She took care of all the farms. He's even got a theme song for it. Here, I'll play it for you. Just give me a second. I got to wipe the cat hair off the ghetto blaster.
Okay, go ahead.
Here it goes.
Pussy King, Pussy King,
Pussy King.
Hang up the phone.
Love it.
So Joe Emmerich is the Pussy King, right?
Yeah, he can also do a backsplash for under $200. Call his pager.
Oh, he's a hell of a dancer, too, that Joe. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means. Oh, thank you very much.
Top 3 items on a buffet.
What kind of a buffet? You have to
this is easy.
Well,
go
no,
ahead.
just
a Chinese buffet.
No, wait
or
a second.
buffet?
Christy's right. A breakfast buffet,
Yeah.
brunch buffet, or Chinese buffet.
Top 3 buffets available.
Oh, okay, that is good.
Number 1, Chinese buffet.
You're going Chinese.
Number 2,
no.
KFC buffet. You ever been to one of those?
I have.
Oh,
they're not easy to find, but when you find one.
Killer. Kentucky Fried Chicken buffet. And then 3, Pizza Hut every now and then has a buffet.
They do, yeah.
Number 1 is the breakfast buffet at Disney World.
Okay, I'm gonna go
because they got the characters there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You're sitting there.
It's okay.
You've got Mickey Mouse running around with Minnie.
As long as Goofy's not running the omelet station. Then
you'll get all kinds of
everyone knows you. Get there early, you get Goofy.
I got a shell in your omelet.
Well, you sure did, Goof. Damn it.
A mushroom or a clam?
It came out of my nose.
We had a nice lunch buffet with Winnie the Pooh once too. They do a pretty good buffet at Disney. Yeah.
What are let's do it. Breakfast buffet. Top 3 items. Go.
The omelet, fresh omelet. I used to be against the omelet station, but now
I don't like standing there.
You don't like standing and waiting for your omelet, but it's nice, it's fresh. You can have extra cheese put in there.
You feel like an idiot standing there. Mm-hmm. Talk to some stranger, get breathed on.
Yeah, that is rough.
And then load up on the sausage. I think that's understood.
No, number 1 is that salmon with those little green things.
Capers.
Yes.
Little green things.
The sliced salmon, it's like
a jewelry
sushi grade salmon.
It's
with
a smoked salmon.
I don't
with
like capers. They're just like olive raisins. Get out of here.
But they get in the way of you attacking the food. You gotta shoot them off the plate like BBs.
You know what? I'm with Chick. What does a caper taste like? I don't think I've ever had
What taste does it add?
It's hard. Yeah.
It's kind of
I bet you
like pickled.
You probably like caviar too, don't you, Mr. Snob?
Very rarely have I had it.
I've never had it.
It's very salty, so I do like it because I like salt.
Yeah. Biscuits and gravy, I got to say.
That's
number
huge.
1 breakfast buffet food.
That's
They've never nailed, no buffet has ever nailed the pancake. Buffet pancakes.
I agree.
The waffles
sit.
are okay. I think the waffles.
No, they
are
sit.
fine.
They're no
They
good.
do. Yeah, that's just not. It's not.
Do you make your own waffles? Do you like that?
Chicken and waffles.
I do kind of like that.
Chicken.
You like to make your own waffle at the waffle station?
They have a waffle iron.
Yeah.
Again, you're paying $40. Who wants to do all the work?
Well, I agree. I'd rather have it made for me, but every now and again, a fresh waffle, great. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your top 3 things at the breakfast buffet? You're at Disney World, Christy. Oh, this is making me so happy. I wish I were there right now. You got the characters running around saying hi to the kids.
They're taking reservations in July. Fingers crossed.
Can't wait.
Boy, you guys aren't going to hate this because I like.
Here we go.
I'd like a piece of Melba toast.
Freshly sliced honeydew.
Do you like the
honeydew
fruit?
melon.
The fruit's big.
One strawberry if it's a holiday. You know.
I'm big on grits. I really like grits for breakfast.
Sure, yeah. I like butter too.
Scrambled egg.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, grits are a delivery system for something else.
Grits are the popcorn of the South.
Yes, they.
But I never understood what the difference between grits and cream of wheat really was because they taste exactly the same to me.
I did have some great grits recently.
Shrimp and grits.
But again, it was because there was all kinds of flavor in it. Yeah, you're right. It's very neutral.
We forgot about a taco bar. What about a taco bar?
We're talking breakfast bars. Would you settle down? We have one topic at a time, or I'm going to go back to Eagles.
And I like a good breakfast potato. I'm a carb girl. I like carbs.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Breakfast potatoes?
Oh, come on. Sure. Hash browns? Are you kidding me?
Wait. Stand by for the soap reference. Go ahead.
Well, there's a certain restaurant around here that their
potatoes are delicious.
Like soap.
They are not. They're delicious.
Taste like soap. Sorry,
their pancakes are the best.
Yes,
that is true.
Delightful pancakes. Okay.
Oh, and that cream cheese they put in those omelets. Oh.
So, Josh, your top 3 items? Have you determined them yet?
On a breakfast buffet, number 1, biscuits and gravy.
No, I noticed. Have you ever noticed that they always have that right near that defibrillator gizmo?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Chicken and waffles. What about chicken and waffles on a breakfast?
Well, that's rare
Never seen that
to find.
Yeah,
chicken and
you're
waffles.
not going to see that.
Yeah.
You're making that up.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
I don't think I am.
And then
how about now? Do you walk up to those stainless steel things? Do you pick up the lid?
Yes.
Yeah. And unless they have the signs, it's kind of a surprise.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
You like the I'm thinking link sausage.
I do love link sausage,
and I love when you take a link sausage, you cut it, and it squirts goo out.
I don't know. I don't like that.
What is
you don't?
that? What?
I don't want anything sausage-shaped shooting goo
at me.
Well, we got that coming up because we have a new story
I don't
about
look
about
fondly
sperm
back on it.
smoothies.
I can tell you that.
So what do you take out of the steam trays?
Bacon, of course.
Yes.
Sausage, the potatoes.
Bacon typically not good at a breakfast
bacon.
buffet.
I agree.
I like my bacon super crispy.
The bacon gets too dry, and it's not good at a breakfast
I like the
buffet.
link sausage. I'm with you.
The patty sausage gets too dry. I'm agreeing.
And some sort of Danish, of course, is enjoyable. Yeah.
So you've got biscuits and gravy plus a Danish.
Oh, sure. Yeah. As Christy said.
So any protein at all yet?
Yeah. I
He
love
said-
eggs. Love eggs.
Sausage? What do
He
you mean?
said sausage.
Protein?
Yeah, typically the
Packed with protein.
Often the steam table scrambled eggs tend to be a little overcooked. You got to
that's
get them.
I don't have a problem with that. Plenty of ketchup on them. You're fine.
Ugh.
I love a breakfast buffet. It's great. And then I like a seafood buffet, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crab legs, all you can eat.
The lobster cheese casserole or whatever they do with
all
that.
kinds of
Do you
scrimps.
remember where you were the first time you heard someone use the word sneeze shield? I do. I was fine until someone said, why do they have that big plastic thing? Oh, that's the sneeze shield. And I thought every time I'd been to a buffet that didn't have that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a while before we see a buffet again. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you.
Thanks. I was just
make your own at
dreaming
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like something you could do this weekend to take up a lot of time.
No, we did it last night.
That's usually actually that's kind of
last night we did. No, last night we did a breakfast for dinner.
Fun.
Not
So
a
we had
buffet.
everything was right on the table. No, you passed around.
Well, today's
Well,
family
what'd you
fun.
have? What did you have for breakfast for dinner?
Biscuits from Trader Joe's that were excellent. Let's see, we had bacon, eggs.
Pillsbury does good biscuits.
They
hard.
do.
It's hard to beat Pillsbury biscuits.
I'm just saying that.
Fresh out of the
The big
Trader Joe's.
flaky
They're excellent.
ones.
You hold it down by your crotch. You hit it on the corner of the counter.
How about a crescent? Oh,
Make that
boy.
noise when it
yeah.
pops out of.
Oh, a nice crescent
Now
roll.
you realize that we're making everyone as hungry as we are now. And
Yeah, we're all. This is ridiculous. We're
We need
starving.
some donuts.
Fortunately,
I
I
just
have
had some smoked salmon.
I boiled some eggs this morning.
about a
which I
donut?
never-
Oh, look at you.
Wouldn't anyone like a?
No, thanks. Did you see the smoked salmon?
You know what I'd like?
I had
I'd
a
like
nice
you for
Jimmy
bring
Dean.
in an egg and keep your mouth shut about it. That's what
I
I'd
had a
like.
Jimmy Dean frittata sandwich. I really like those now. They're
Sounds
new.
very fancy.
Yes, there's only one
I
calorie.
don't see Jimmy back in the day going, well, what we need to do is
Like
a
frittata. Yeah,
that sounds like he sold the name to somebody and they thought of it.
He's on the commercial. That's
Big
why I
John.
bought them at the store this week.
That's a miracle.
They do have Jimmy Dean back in
Yes,
the commercial.
Yeah,
they
they'll-
do.
It's haunting.
They figured it out. They
Big John.
Forrest Gumped them into the.
I'm Elvis Presley for Verizon. Wait a minute. Is that the world we're going to live in?
I think so.
Yeah.
Why not?
Didn't Bogart do a thing? He did a commercial a few years back.
Jack Daniels? No.
Something.
Yeah, Humphrey Bogart?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it Marlboro.
No, Steve Bogart.
Oh, Marlboro. Yeah, Marlboro. Yeah.
Chip
Hey, I smoked non-filter
Humphrey
cigarettes. If I'd
Bogart.
smoked these,
Oh,
I would have
Humphrey Bogart?
only had
Yeah.
cancer for another 2 years.
Lunatic.
How many Bogarts do you know?
Okay, I'm sorry. We're totally off topic. Pat, we got a song coming out of you, I understand, up next. And we do have in the news the sperm smoothie.
Yes, we do.
Please stop saying that.
It's a news
Can
story.
we call it just a smoothie? A special smoothie. How about that?
What
do you want, like a gizzard?
And they turn it upside down. They hand it to you. Hey, you know where Josh is? He's at the Orange Insoles Sidekick desk.
That's right. I love
it's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
I'm going on
That's
3
right.
years of wearing them, and my gosh, they have changed everything.
You know, things are out of control. Your health and fitness are up to you. And some people say my back hurts because of Tom, but it might be my feet. That's why I got Orange Insoles, and they helped my foundation. They helped my gait. They
You got
helped-
good-looking feet, Chick?
Thank you.
Would you put them in a magazine?
Very soft feet. Beautiful feet.
The point is,
Well
the foundation
manicured,
is the most important part of the
manicured.
bottom of your feet. They're different, and you want to make sure that you have the proper insole from our friends at Orange Insoles.
Just put one foot in
Want
front.
to see my feet?
Yeah, the other at Orange Insoles. If you're experiencing sore feet due to plantar fasciitis, back or knee pain, problem with a coworker, hip pain due to improper alignment in your gait, a supportive insole from Orange Insoles may help you. Go to Orange
Whenever I see the word plantar
.com.
fasciitis, I think they're saying facetious.
Yes,
It's like they're
yeah.
going, yeah, my feet are perfect. I was being
Orange
I always
fasciitis.
think of peanuts.
Has an insole for you. Work boots, casual shoes, tennis shoes, all of it. And a 60-day guarantee. They want you to be happy. If you don't like them, send them back. Orange Insoles. With you every step of the way.
I love mine.
OrangeInsoles.com. Remember, they're orange.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be.
When we first started doing this, one guy sent him back.
Right.
One
And there were some who said he sent him back just because he didn't care for orange.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I didn't know they were orange.
That'll teach you to wear clear shoes.
Wearing your jellies.
Remember the platforms with the fish in them?
Oh, yeah.
The goldfish in the heel?
Yeah, briefly. Hard to feed them.
Lasted a block.
Also coming up, as we mentioned, we have bears, peacocks, groundhogs, and self-pleasuring in an IKEA. And it was a lady.
And what's a gizzard?
Yes, we'll come back with
Doesn't that sound like one of the people from Ozark?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Gizzard are here. And they brought the whole... we're coming right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison with you, rolling through a Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend heading into Monday and that you enjoyed the show yesterday with Jess Hooker stopping by and Reno Collier coming up today, Kostaki Economopoulos and Tim Cavanaugh. And on Wednesday, comedian Tom Papa is going to be stopping by along with Jessica Alsman. And we'll check in with Allie Breen in New York City via Zoom to find out how she's doing, how the relationships are. She's getting some great letters during this stay-at-home time, so we'll find out what's cooking with Allie on tomorrow's Bob and Tom Show. More of today's show coming up.
I'm Chick McGee from the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. Spring training could start in a few weeks, and the Major League Baseball season could begin around the 4th of July. A person familiar with a proposal by the owners says it'll be presented by the Players Union on Tuesday. Also, negotiations say that Tua has signed just over a $30 million 4-year guaranteed contract with the Miami Dolphins, including an almost $20 million signing bonus. And a person familiar with the planning tells the Associated Press that the World Baseball Classic will be postponed from 2021 to 2023 because of the pandemic. The decision must be approved by the WBC Board of Directors, which is expected. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The other day, Matt goes, by the way, if you have an elevator, never ride in the elevator unless you're wearing a mask. And I go, yeah, I'll do that. And then he goes, I mean, what floor do you even live on? And I go, the 3rd floor. And then he and Kelly just crack up because I am so fat that I have to use the elevator. Go to the 3rd floor.
So what you need to do is, if the elevator comes down, put your foot there, let it air out for 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh, what?
4 minutes.
You know, buzzers going off, alarms sounding.
Oh, my God.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Mickey Joseph has joined us in the studios.
There's a porno actor in California now who's taken the name Ricky Ricardo.
No, there isn't.
Oh yeah, which kind of changes it, you know. Oh yes, I'm Cuban Pete. I've got 10 pounds of hanging meat. And every time I go, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom. Oh, yes, I'm Cuban Pete. Mein goes halfway across the street. And every time I go chick, chickie, boom, chick, chickie, boom, chick, chickie, boom. Hey, señorita, how would you like a big burrito? It's very nice. So full of spice. Hey, why don't we go down to my place in San Francisco? I'm hard as metal. Just ask Freteneto.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Yesterday we were talking about hickeys.
Yeah.
I have a story for you.
Which one of your daughters has one?
No, nobody has hickeys, but we have death by hickey.
Death by hickey? Were that me? I'm sure the officers would stand over my body and say, I have a feeling this is how he'd wanted to go.
More chalk.
Yes, because I'm so gigantic.
Oh, my God.
One stick
one
of
of the
chalk
fattest things I've ever
would
done.
never be enough.
We had to use a whole
at
box
all.
of chalk to outline his.
Look at him. He had to take his headphones off, lean back, and he's screaming with laughter.
He's just an awful person.
More chalk.
Lucky numbers.
Man, if that weren't funny, I'd be so mad.
I recently got married, and
attaboy.
Yeah, and my wife changed her name. I know some women have a problem with that, but I wanted her to have my old girlfriend's name.
She must really love you.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Hell, you got the tattoo. Why not?
my wife actually got pregnant on our wedding night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, not by me. It was a crazy night. But either way, I'm getting a brother. So. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't think her parents like me, though, because apparently when you meet someone's mother, you're not supposed to hug her and go, oh, yeah.
How's your son?
Oh, he's great.
How old is your son now?
Yeah, he's a little 4-year-old. He actually he loves Thomas the Train. Have you ever heard of Thomas the Tank
Oh,
Engine?
sure.
And they have different names, Donald, Toby. And one day he's got them spread out in the restaurant, and the waitress comes over. She goes, that's Thomas the Tank Engine. Is Thomas your favorite? Justin goes, no, I like Percy. Percy's one of the trains. But unfortunately, he can't pronounce his R's yet. Imagine my horror. The whole restaurant hears my son go, I like Percy.
Who doesn't? Daddy does too. The guys that sit behind us do. That's my favorite. That's why you're here.
You're Joey from Philly.
746 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Try doing a time check, Ace. I want to hear how it would sound if you did it.
746.
Never mind. Well,
Next.
Well, chick, you passed the audition.
I win by default. Okay.
And people wonder, is this show live? No, it's a fake. Christy, 10-second forecast.
Partly cloudy, high 60, currently 37.
Blue Angels coming up this afternoon. Details in a few minutes. Okay. Remember what I said. Turn your ears up. Right? That makes sense?
Whatever.
Yep.
I get a whatever out of Christy.
Well, how do you turn your ears
Face
up?
down, ears up.
Christy, this is a concept. It's like an idea, but even bigger. Like gravity. Turn your ears up. Sure, it's meaningless, but...
Actually, for all of us, it might be reality soon.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, everything my little girls say to me, I go, what? Louder. What?
Yeah. Can you turn the TV up, please? Yeah, I say that 100 times a day.
Yeah, but I get this from Kelly. I get the, she'll say something, and she'll say something. It's, let's just say on a scale of 1 out of 10, she says it at a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I say, what? Then she returns it at a 10.
Oh.
There's no, middle ground.
Like a 6.
See, I have the opposite. If I don't hear something that my girlfriend or her daughter says, I go, what? They speak softer.
Oh, that's because they hate you.
I think so. And it takes me throwing a casserole dish against the wall.
But you get your point across.
I'm sorry, what are we doing? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
People are checking in with their favorite buffets now.
Oh, good. We'll get to that in just a second. I got to do a couple of introductions here. Ace Cosby is the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. Josh is occupying, I can't believe it, it's the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair.
Believe it, baby.
If the phone rings, this is the home of the track phone hotline. Christy Lee is behind the glass in a separate quarters. She's quarantined in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Happy to be quarantined.
And then across the way there, at least 15 feet away from me, out of breathing distance, thank God, it's the crazycockwine.com sports desk starring Chick McGee. And, of course, Mr. Godwin is in the same building, kind of around the other building, around the corner where the fudge is made, as Christy
All
is
right.
often
So
called.
everything's sold. All right.
Yes, everything's cool.
I'm not going to start using the Nestle Quick stapler.
We're all set.
As you
I don't
know,
think there's anything left.
Actually,
to sell.
I'm a big Nestle's Quick fan, as you know.
Me too.
And
Me
my
too.
favorite candy bar is Nestle's Crunch. So maybe we should talk to the Nestle's people.
Give yourself a treat. Try the strawberry quick. Go ahead. Try it.
I'm loyal.
Stay away from the banana.
They have banana quick.
I had some sort of powdered banana milk once. I don't know that it was Nestle.
Huh.
In fact, I'm gonna say it wasn't because they know better.
Yeah.
Banana flavored milk.
Yes. Yeah. Stay away.
Yick.
Had sort of a circus peanut.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Did it have a big banana poking out of it? Or?
Yes, Jim.
Wait a second. I'm
Phone call from heaven?
There's a phone
there it is.
ringing in there.
There's the track phone hotline. I could have sworn I heard
In
it.
the parking lot. Hello, Bob and Tom show.
So this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Wilma Buttich. And this is some other news.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to,
Really?
check the
Come
telephone.
on.
Carla, hit the side of the teleprompter, would you? Want to make sure that's correct. Okay. Here we go. To start out with a personal note, friends, I ran out of toilet paper here at the Hitzwater home. So I'm using coffee filters now. It works, but my coffee tastes like crap. Carla, hit it again. Okay, next week, Arkansas will ease its ban on elective surgeries during the pandemic. Remember, ladies, it doesn't do much good to have a great set of bosoms if you can't breathe. And
that is
true. And those plumped up lips are hard to see under a mask. A high school in the state of Maine has come up with a novel way to hold graduation despite the pandemic. Oxford Hills High School will hold its ceremony next month at a drive-in movie theater.
Oh.
Many students said it would feel strange graduating at the same facility where they were conceived. A couple in Whiting, Iowa, who have been married for nearly 70 years are back home after they've both recovered from COVID-19.
Okay.
Bert McCandless, 88, and his wife Artis, 89, contracted the virus back in March. Bert said in a statement, "I'm almost 90, been married almost 70 years, and I still survived this worldwide pandemic. Further proof that God hates me." A number of beer and wine distributors in North Carolina are volunteering their tractor trailers to help stock grocery stores and food pantries in the midst of the coronavirus. How disappointing would that be to see a big booze truck and they open it up and it has groceries in it? Damn.
That's disappointing.
Harold Reed, the great bass singer of the famous Statler Brothers, passed away at the age of 80. Most people are buried 6 feet under. Mr. Reed will be a little deeper.
Flowers on the wall.
He did have a voice, didn't he?
In other news, the French government is urging its citizens to eat more cheese after consumers turned away from buying the dairy product since the coronavirus outbreak began. And as a cheese lover, this sounds too good to be true. Am I right, Josh?
Don't drag me into this.
Oh, come on, Josh. Sorry, I know. Come on, Josh. I know that joke was a little cheesy, but when it comes to cheese puns, I'm a whiz.
Crankle.
Oh, seriously, though, Josh, what's better than feta and cheddar? Boom. Huh? Cheese is so good. It's not just my A food. It's the Brie food, the Manchi food, and the Havarti food. Am I right, Josh?
You know what?
Poor
You are.
Josh.
You sure are.
So start the engine and make it Asiago. Hey, why the cheese puns? Well, I'm an American, and this is my craft.
All right. Okay.
So you better get your hands off my Monterey Jack. And Christy, by the way, if you think that joke was a stretch, you should see the mozzarella stretch when I grab a slice of cheesy pizza. Wow. Check the teleprompter again, Carla. Am I right, Josh?
You sure are.
Well, this has been Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Wilma Buttich, and this has been Some of the News.
Wilma Buttich. Doesn't she work with Willie Scratchit?
Willie and Wilma, they're a great team.
Felter, what was that other one? You had another one. Felter.
Woody.
Johnny Felter Fast.
Filter crack? What was it?
Filter.
Filter. Buffet. We're being told one of the top buffets in the country. We've got to go to the Moonlight Inn in Owensboro, Kentucky.
Oh,
all right.
Sounds
it's a
good.
barbecue buffet. 5 to 6 barbecue dishes, traditional veggies, cornbread, salad, and dessert bar, cakes, pies. Go in hungry, come out hungry. It's your own fault.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
There you go.
The Moonlight Inn.
Sounds like a day trip. There you go.
Owensboro.
Thank you very much. Now, coming up, we have food in the news in the form of a
Smoothie.
Sperm smoothie.
A gizzard.
Just a smoothie.
Supposedly cures.
Josh wrote that.
No, it keeps your immune system pumped up. So
Okay, it helps,
doesn't cure anything.
helps prevent the CV.
Oh,
Thought it encourages vomiting, like Ipecac or something, doesn't it?
And this is the sperm smoothie is created by a lady.
Yeah.
Well, that's a convincing boyfriend.
Yeah.
There's a guy. This guy's in sales. That's all I'm saying. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@BobandTom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we have Bob and Tom Tonight on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. It's a 20-minute video highlight from today's Bob and Tom Show tonight. Just head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Subscribe today. That's free. And you can be watching Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's also on bobandtom.com and the Bob and Tom Facebook page. More of the show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is poised to unveil the next coronavirus aid package, urging Congress to go big on aid to help cash-strapped states and struggling Americans. Voting is possible as soon as Friday, but the bill is heading straight into a Senate roadblock. Senate Republicans say they don't plan to vote on any new relief until June. A fire at St. George Hospital in St. Petersburg, Russia, has killed 5 coronavirus patients. Russian emergency officials said all 5 had been put on ventilators. The emergency officials told the state TASS news agency the fire broke out in an intensive care unit and was put out within half an hour. Interfax news agency reports it could have been caused by a faulty ventilator. A criminal investigation into the fire has been opened. And Twitter has announced it wants to make sure that if you go to their site, you're going to get coronavirus news and not misinformation. The site says it will begin to tell users when a tweet makes disputed or misleading claims about COVID-19. It's all part of a series of rules by social networking sites aimed at stopping misinformation. Facebook and Google, which also owns YouTube, have already put in similar safeguards. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
And now, here's your chance to win a pair of wireless Raycon earbuds, just like the ones Chick McGee wears.
What?
That's right, and here's all you need to do. Download the free Bob and Tom app from iTunes or Google Play. Locate the Raycon contest code on the news feed.
Well, hello, it's 7:58 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up this afternoon, be looking up in the sky because the Blue Angels are going to do
Is it a bird? It's a plane? No, it's
a special flyover in honor of the great folks out there on the front lines of this stuff. And you can see a map of it's kind of going to figure eight over the city and You'll be able to see it in lots of different spots. Grab a map of who's going to be where. And the skies will be clear enough to see it, Christy?
Yeah, it's going to be a great day today. Partly cloudy skies, high 60. Partly cloudy tonight, low 42. And then mostly cloudy tomorrow, 64 as the change rolls in. Currently 37.
Thank you very much. Coming up, another shot at $1,000 from Q95. Stick around. Also, we've got some very interesting things in the news, including the sperm smoothie.
Oh, boy.
Yes, it's a real thing.
Man, oh, man.
I think you kind of like saying that.
Not commercially available as far as I know.
Okay.
I can see there might be.
Got to make your own? Homemade?
Yeah, I think you would have to make your own.
Plastic straw on the side?
Yeah, hiring a lot of pimply-faced young fellas. I'm sorry.
Oh, there'd be a lot of testing involved. No.
Yeah, okay,
no.
Christy, let's just move forward here.
All right.
As you know, Dean and I were working in your studio yesterday.
Yeah?
Installing that new microphone, so let's just see if this works. Now, Christy, if you've been injured at work, do you know what you should do?
Oh, that's easy. I just reach for a hammer.
I'm so sorry.
That's not it at all. Hammer's good for nails, not work injuries, though.
Then I call someone that says it's easy.
You're your own worst enemy here. No, work injuries are complex, not like other injury cases.
Okay, I just asked someone what my cases were.
We increased the amperage. Did that hurt?
Amperage?
It's not the volts, it's the amps.
It's not the volts that get you. It's the amps.
That's right.
That's what I learned.
Will you tell her what really needs to happen here?
What?
All right. Okay. You've been injured at work. You call the work injury lawyers.
I'm smoking.
Glitko and Daly. The work injury lawyers. Their practice is focused on what? Injured workers, hence the name. Glitko and Daly, they are certified trial lawyers. They are OSHA trained, ready to help you with your work injury case.
Did you hear Daly made partner?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Glitko and Daly.
Money.
And what they do is you just reach them by going to IndianaWorkers.com. It's that simple. IndianaWorkers.com. Glitko and Daly, the work injury lawyers, always the right answer because they go to work when you can't. Thank you very much for the bell. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on, including, as I mentioned, the Blue Angels flyover. And like you said, Christy, it's kind of a big figure eight over the city.
Yeah, it's starting Beach Grove, and it's going to go around downtown. Then it's going to come up north like 31, and then across 465, and then back down and through town, and then out toward the west.
Yeah, and they're doing a bunch of spots in the United States today, including Indianapolis. So very cool.
Very cool.
2 o'clock. More or less.
Yeah, it only take about 12 minutes for them to do all that. Isn't that amazing?
Well, I heard that it's going to take about 17 minutes because they have to stop at the Speedway and fill up at one point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
heard that?
Yeah, they're all going to land. And,
okay. Yeah. Actually, it's good. Thanks for bringing up our friends at the convenience stores at Speedway because we're hooking up with them on Friday.
I thought they were being
for
filled
a free gas Friday, courtesy of Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. And we'll give you the details now, or you can check it out by going to Q95.com. I can also tell you that coming up this hour, another shot at $1,000. You can be like Scott or Doug, winners of $1,000 right here on Q95. So that'll be your shot at that coming up as well today. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to get back to the action. Coming up, we have the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We have a dead groundhog and a live elk all in the news. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. This is our detective show theme.
Yeah, kind of like Bosch.
6 foot 2.
Love Bosch.
Black Private Dick with
what?
Starring
Ace Cosby.
Oh.
I'm just envisioning a show in which Ace Cosby's a private eye.
He's black. He's private.
Yeah.
He's a dick. He's a dick.
That's not what I meant at all.
I meant a private dick, a detective, a sleuth.
That sounds awful. Ace Cosby, of course, is going to be doing the Ace Cosby joke of the day in a matter of moments. Chick McGee's across the way at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Josh, the now orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. Look at that.
My foundation is strong.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And in the next room, it's Christy, of course, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. I'm Tom. That's Pat on the big screen. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Tom.
Do you think there are going to be a lot less blondes walking around now after this pandemic?
Oh, they just went ahead and said, you know what?
I'm done with it. Yeah.
I don't think, I would imagine that home dye kits, whatever they're called, are probably flying off the shelves.
Yeah.
I would think.
I would think so, too.
I just think some of us maybe just like giving up.
Oh.
Not a natural blonde, Christy?
No, I am. Well, it's gray now, but yeah, no, I don't. This is it. This is what happens.
Now, Pat, how are you doing in the hair dye department?
I broke down and did a rinse on Saturday.
Did you?
A rinse?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
It washes out after about 5 or 6 hair washes, correct?
He did a rip.
Yeah.
What do you use, Pat, on those locks of yours?
The locks. L'Oreal Medium Ash Brown. Tom.
Ah, nice.
Okay. Is that the cover? Elvis used what? He used the jet black
yeah,
Sharpie?
jet black, yeah.
Okay.
Are you using any of the new Tinder video apps? They're allowing you to video time or FaceTime or whatever you want to call it.
Instead of pictures?
Yeah, you
I
can
saw a
actually,
commercial about that.
Yeah, you can actually hook up via video.
Wow.
Now, Pat, you've got a song about your attempts to hook up.
Where are you going, Tommy?
He has many of those, doesn't he?
Write what you know.
Perhaps one.
Was it the grocery store clerk or?
Oh yeah, there you go.
This is an interesting thing. We live in a world in which
how's that work?
a lot of people are half their faces covered. You never know what's happening. It reminds me of that old Twilight Zone episode with Ellie Mae Clampett.
Yes.
They take off the mask. Oh, I love you. Oh my God,
it's hideous.
Yeah.
You know what's under there. Now, Pat, you've had you got your son Jimmy here, but you're pretty busy. You're doing the homeschooling, but you get out to the grocery store. You got a little romance budding.
I actually do. I have a crush on the lady at Kroger. That's our local grocery store about a block away, and she's just adorable. And so I wrote a song about her. You want to hear it?
Oh yeah,
Right,
do I?
Here we go. Your hair is blonde and your eyes are blue. I'm guessing the rest of you is pretty too. You wear that mask with such style and grace. I can't wait to see your face. Can't wait to see your face. There's a slight chance that I'm way off base. You could have a liver-spotted, gin-blossomed, hairy mole, a pimple-covered pizza face, or a smile with lots of empty space, a mug only Picasso would trace. You could win a steeplechase, but I can't wait to see your face.
The most requested song in Saudi Arabia last week.
And the rest of you, too.
What's under that? Well, Christy Lee is once again, as I mentioned, at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What's happening over there?
Will drinking smoothies with a shot of sperm help boost your immune system and maybe prevent coronavirus?
Oh, no.
Well, that's what this woman's saying. Tracy Kiss, 32, says she's not had a cold or flu for 3 years because of her human sperm concoction.
See you later.
Again, I'd like to. Her husband and/or boyfriend it has to be in sales.
Holy hell!
She makes it from donations from her boyfriend Tom, and she takes 3 shots a week. Tracy's a personal trainer from Aylesbury in the UK, and said, "quote I found a free and vegan-friendly alternative method
I want
to
a
boost
bourbon.
the body's
I want
immune
scotch.
system."
A 1G.
Yeah. There you go. Work that up.
So it's the seed, if you will, is from her boyfriend. It's not from the local sperm bank.
No, she's not.
That'd be weird.
Makes a deposit and then a withdrawal at this bank.
Wow. By the way, if your smoothie's lumpy, tell them to see a doctor.
Oh, yikes!
So not only is she doing this, she's promoting
Talking about
herself.
it.
And,
I guess there's nothing
Attention getter.
can hurt you. It's just the idea.
Well, no, of course not.
No, but
Well,
What do you mean?
The thing is, it's this world of quackery that we live in which
You don't know. It might be a real thing. You don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
You want to try it?
Tomorrow I'll bring in the blender.
That doesn't.
Would you mind bringing in a shot?
And even
10
if you
cc stat.
Even if you forget one, you can throw one together.
Work one up on a break.
Wow.
This sounds like something. Who's the actress that always has the
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, the goop. This is the kind of phony, non-scientific crap that gets on the internet, and I wonder if anything could actually go wrong doing this.
You can get STDs.
You can drink an STD.
Well, and you can get,
I've heard you can.
Yeah, you can catch colds that way.
Really?
Yeah.
So you got to make sure your boyfriend's healthy, I guess.
Sperm is filth. It's got everything that's in the guy. It's
There are guys right now screaming at you.
Germs.
Well,
there's also a guy right now that just took his Vitamix into the bathroom. He's about to try to have a baby with it.
That's why you aim for the forehead.
What do you think? Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
You think?
That's right.
places like coffee shops will start serving these. Talking about a cup of Joe.
Shot of Joe, literally.
But I wanted Steve
black?
today.
I'll take my black.
A black eye. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Boy.
I'm skeptical, Christy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you're skeptical about a lot of things.
Well, you should be.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming up, it's going to be the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Also, we're going to come back in a few minutes with Kostaki Economopoulos, see what's going on in Los Angeles. And little Timmy Kavanaugh will be joining us
Well, he'll try.
a little bit later today.
Yeah. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Tim Kavanaugh, for some reason on Twitter, now has a mustache and
is it real?
A dark fake mustache, a cocktail, and a sexy look on his face. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe it's a new album cover or something.
We'll have to ask him what's going on.
Okay. Well, what else is happening at the news desk, Christy?
IKEA in the news today. They've urged visitors not to pleasure themselves while in their stores.
What do we know about a situation like this?
They didn't make the rule because they had to, because somebody actually
A woman's masturbation video has gone viral. The clip, which has garnered millions of views, shows a half-naked woman self-pleasuring on various sofas and beds in an IKEA store in China.
There we have it.
In response to the video, IKEA said, and I quote, "We resolutely oppose and condemn this kind of behavior," and immediately reported it to the police in the city of the suspected store.
Oh, yep, here it is. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is...
the video?
Is she rubbing on it, or is she...
Well, there's no need to get into... Yeah, there's a... She's got
I think that's how you... That's how
she playing outside, or
is that how things wrap up? You got to rub on it.
There's those Grafenberg.
Yikes.
Well, a little of both, mixture.
I mean, it makes sense that she's in IKEA, because if you're in IKEA, you've got to be good with your hands.
Sure, yeah.
There's always a part left over.
But again, as Chick points out, they wouldn't have had to make the rule unless they had somebody doing it.
That's right.
Well, they've got her on camera.
Although I think they could probably sell this couch for $500 over retail. You could probably wring it out and make a shake. I think.
She's wearing the nice white, crisp button-down shirt, Tom.
Well, sure, she's a virgin.
Okay. Well, I guess at IKEA, you've got to, when it comes to the furniture, you have to do it yourself. So, interesting.
Well,
I usually just go there for the meatballs.
Oh, man, they're so good.
Why are we on a food thing today?
I don't know.
I think we're all tired of not eating what we want when we want.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not having strangers bring us our food.
Yes.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
All right. Give me one more, Christy.
A man escaped from a Chicago jail by wearing a protective mask, but he has now been recaptured. According to the Cook County Sheriff's Department, Jaquez Scott was being held at the county jail when he allegedly promised.
What's his name?
Jahquez.
Who does he play shortstop for?
Jaquez Scott. All right, you tell me what it is.
How do you spell it, Kristen?
Jahquez.
Jackie's?
Yeah. Jaquez?
Jackie Rogers Jr.
He was being held at the county jail when he allegedly promised to pay another detainee named Quentin Henderson $500 so that he could pretend to be him at Henderson's May 2nd release. After exchanging sweatshirts with Henderson and donning a protective mask that covered his face tattoos, Scott stepped forward when Henderson's name was called for discharge. He signed release papers, walked out of jail.
So they've got quite the security system.
The 21-year-old was recaptured Saturday inside the bedroom of a home on the Chicago's northwest side. So he was free for 7 days.
So they release him on the honor system? Hey, which one's Henderson?
Well, he was wearing the sweatshirt with the number on it. Probably matched. And
how about that?
Covered his face tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a guy's made a lot of really good decisions in his life.
So judgy. He's so judgy, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Judgy.
I'm sorry. He's being held in the Cook County Jail. He's got face tattoos. Can you see if we can get him down here to babysit my kids?
Isn't it time to lock yourself in your compound with your security cameras and your motion sensors? And
I'm sensing that's what you would like to
just stay hidden away from the world.
The first guy, the first name in security, Simply Safe, came to me from one Chick McGee.
That's exactly right. All the uncertainty in the world, feeling safe at home has never been more important. Simply Safe Home Security, longtime buddies of our show, and they'll be friends of your family for good reason. They make it easy to finally get comprehensive protection for your compound. No technician or salesperson calls. There's a box delivered to you. You put it together yourself. 1, 2, 3. I've done it twice now.
How many cameras do you
I've
have?
added
Cough it
cameras.
up.
And you're as simple as they come.
I'm super.
Wait a minute.
It should be super simply safe.
No, in your case,
I have 7 cameras
in your case,
now.
it should be simpleton safe.
7 cameras with magnets and wireless technology. That's right. Don't pay any outrageous monthly fees or sign a 2-year contract. Get tied down. No. You just order it all online, set it up yourself under an hour, and voila, your home is protected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Emergency dispatch for break-ins, fire, and more, all for just $50 a day. And, you know, we're not the only fans of Simply Safe. U.S. News and World Report say Simply Safe, best overall home
Now, let's
security
say,
of 2020.
I wanted to break into your house at 223 Hawthorne Lane.
Uh-huh.
Do you... Oh.
It's Hawthorne Court, you idiot.
Oh, sorry.
Darn it.
I used to live on a Hawthorne. Do you guys know
did?
that, right? Yes, that's weird.
You know my rule? If a development has the same street, but one's a court, one's a lane.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm out.
That's true. Yeah. And right now,
What's the worst one they're using now?
Vista?
No, they've got another thing. It's I'll have to think of it. Instead of they've gone through lane,
Circle?
court, street, and a circle. There's a chase.
Chase. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Salmon Chase or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Salmon Chase.
SimplySafeTom.com. Show us some love. Our listeners get free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial. That's right. Make sure they know our show sent you. Go to SimplySafeTom.com. And from Simply Safe and all of us here, safety and good health, and keep your compound secure.
They changed my street to a Chase.
With Simply Safe.
I lived on Cut to the Street.
Cut to the?
And now it's...
Cut to the Chase?
Cut to the Chase, yeah.
Oh, God.
Cut to the. Yeah, there was cut to the avenue.
I thought you lived on Chevy.
Cut to the Crescent.
You
Cut to
live
the
on
terrace.
Chevy Court?
I did for a while, yeah.
Cut to the thoroughfare. Cut to the road. We're going to cut to the jokes. So apparently what we're going to cut at this point. Coming up next, we're going to get some jokes out of Kostaki Economopoulos.
All right.
Looking forward to that. And the Ace Cosby joke of the day, plus little Timmy Kavanaugh. And we have beer, bears, peacocks, and groundhogs. Some of them are alive.
Bears,
correct.
Battlestar Galactica.
It's all
That's
happening.
right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's never too late to treat yourself to a Bob and Tom VIP membership. That's right. Just head on over to bobandtom.com and find out more. You can be watching the live 7-camera video stream of the show each and every morning with Jeff Oskey taking care of that for us. Plus, you can hear the Bob and Tom Show commercial-free and on demand with our daily podcast. Check out the complete Bob and Tom archives and the album library. Keep you busy for weeks. Check it out now at bobandtom.com/VIP.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Past American Idol contestants will join judges for a rendition of We Are the World on Sunday's finale on ABC. Lionel Richie, who co-wrote the song, will sing with Luke Bryan and Katy Perry, as well as Ruben Studdard, Scott McCreery, Philip Phillips, Jordan Sparks, and many, many more. People gave, Tina Fey cried. That was the upshot of a virtual telethon for New York City last night. Fey said, quote, thank you, as she announced that more than $115 million was contributed to help New Yorkers affected by COVID-19. And Taylor Swift's Paris concert from last September is going to be shown as an ABC special on Sunday. Taylor Swift City of Lover concert was taped at l'Olympia Theatre in Paris. It includes behind-the-scene moments as well. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
New this season on the Bob and Tom Television Network.
Look, up in the sky.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the biggest set of jugs I've ever seen. It's Shirtless Girl.
Posing as a topless dancer, showing off her pecs. No one knows her secret till she takes off her specs. She's Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl.
With her special powers, she gives the bad guys fits. She don't use no gun, she stops them with her. She's Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl.
Working in the chemistry lab one day, sophomore year, nothing seemed amiss. But that night, an amazing transformation took place. And the next morning, young Debbie Yabo woke to find...
My God, I'm huge. I must dedicate these to fighting evil.
Little did Debbie know that years before, on the planet Lactoid, a planet whose gravity was causing it to sag dangerously toward the sun, her father, Major Yabo, and Mother Teton sent their infant daughter, Areola, rocketing through the Milky Way to Earth, knowing one day she'd become Shirtless Girl, keeping the city of Metropolis safe.
Okay, nobody move. Hand over all the money.
It's Shirtless Girl!
Not so fast, bad guy.
Oh, yeah, like some dame is gonna...
Get a load of these.
Huh? Oh, I can't run away. Hell, I can't even walk.
Thanks, Shirtless Girl!
You're welcome, citizens. Don't touch those.
Sorry.
Along with her fellow superheroines, Wonder Bra Woman, Bikini Spider Woman, The Flash, and the Green Horny Shirtless Girl formed the Legion of Super Hooters.
Look, it's the cat signal. Some boob must need help. I better call my teenage bosom buddy A-Cup and head to the wet cave. I know. I'll use the Hooter Scooter.
And once again, Shirtless Girl, you've kept Metropolis safe. Warm and snug and soft, bouncy. Once again, defeating your archenemy, the Jiggler. We are grateful. Thanks, Shirtless Girl. Yay!
You're welcome, citizens. Don't touch those.
Sorry.
Come again next week for another titillating adventure of Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl is on next week. You can watch her here. If you're watching something else, you must be a queer.
I'm Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl.
Shirtless Girl, only on the Bob and Tom Television Network.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
8:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And the Blue Angels doing the flyover about 2 o'clock, and they're doing kind of a figure eight over the city, including downtown, and then like north on Meridian, then around
the northeast side of town.
Got an email that the Blue Angels better watch out for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Because they're going to fly right over the Eagles.
Bird strike.
They sure are.
Right.
You're right, chick.
How about your Eagles messing up the Blue Angels? Happy now?
Yep. They're going to have to sully.
They have a written agreement. That won't happen. The 2-second forecast, Christy Lee.
Partly cloudy. Look for a high of 60. Thanks to the CarX Man, we have 39 degrees and sunshine.
Thank you. See, Christy's a pro.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
It means I'm looking at you.
I know.
He looked at both of us.
Yeah, well, you guys put the F's in professional.
Well, all I have to say to that is...
Are you saying we ain't pros?
Let's
Jackass.
see. Where was I? Let's see. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Today is the 12th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. We're going to be talking with the biggest name in American comedy in a matter of moments. He is Kostaki Economopoulos, live in Los Angeles. But first, allow me to introduce Chick McGee.
Hello.
At the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk.
It's nutty. It's kooky. It's
Sitting
crazy.
next to him, although a solid 10 feet away, it's Josh Arnold at the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair. And once again, Josh, if your chair could talk, what would it say?
Kill me.
I believe the correct answer is one at a time. Christy.
Yes.
Sorry. Christy Lee is right there behind the glass, the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Ace Cosby, of course, is right over there. And this is Tom speaking. And we've got Mr. Godwin on the left. Oh, this is great. We have two big screens. And Kostaki Economopoulos joins us from his home in Los Angeles, California. Hey, Kostaki.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Is that a picture of a rock behind you? What is that thing?
Of a rock?
It's a landscape, isn't it?
It's a landscape.
It's a field.
Oh, it's on an angle, yeah.
Okay, I see.
That's right.
And then there's a painting of who is that?
Yeah, it's sort of
Penelope Tree.
Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone.
That's right. Yeah.
Like a
Sort of a half full test. Is she miserable? Is she happy?
It's what you feel it is.
I like it.
Okay, and then what is that behind you, Kostaki? Is that one of the steering wheel protectors? What are those called?
Steering wheel
is that
protectors.
The club?
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Write that one down.
The club, that thing.
Yeah,
is that still a thing?
A steering wheel protector.
I know what you're talking about now, yeah.
Hey, speaking of clubs, Kostaki, how was your show at the Nowhere Club online Thursday?
You know what? It was great. I was surprised how much I loved it. It was a pleasure to do stand up, and it works. You can hear the people laughing. About 40%, 30% of the attendees kept their sound on, so you get some interaction with them.
Nice.
Some people choose to have more of a passive experience.
Yeah. So did you do your standard intro like go anybody here from out of town?
I did say, welcome to the show. Can you welcome people who are in their own living rooms? I don't know how this works. It was weird and wonderful, and I loved it. It was
good
fun.
for you. That's great.
We had a news story yesterday about a musician who's doing a tour of drive-in theaters.
Yeah.
Which seems like...
Oh, really?
And we were trying to figure out if he would have a traditional PA system up there and people would just open their windows, or if they would broadcast it through the radio.
Right.
But do you think that would work for a comedy show to have...
I absolutely.
400 people in cars and... At a drive-in?
Kostaki may know the place. It's Vinsani's in Port Charlotte. They've been doing it the last 2 weeks.
They've been doing comedy at a drive-in
thing, yeah, outside, yeah.
Oh, well, let's find out how it's going.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea.
That's great.
I love. I mean, you got to figure something out. I think it's cool. I would do it. I would do it. I would do everything once. I'm game.
No, we had a news story about a graduation. I believe it was in Maine, high school graduation. They're doing it at a drive-in theater. Because a bunch of the students were really upset because they thought it was just weird doing it at the place where they were conceived. Did you ever go to a drive-in movie, Kostaki?
I went once as a kid and saw Smokey and the Bandit, like in the era when that was still kind of a
Who was in the car?
I went with my aunt and uncle in Missouri way back. I was a little kid. Like I think I sat in the back of the pickup truck.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
We still go to the drive. I know. We still go. Love it.
There's plenty of time to get to our snack bar.
And the one in our area has an amazing concession stand. It's great. It's clean.
I remember every movie I saw at the drive-in because I loved going so much.
Really?
All I know is there used to be one off of Interstate 80 somewhere between Sandusky and Toledo, and it was a porno theater.
Well, that was
and
back
I can
in the
remember
old
driving to Michigan and thinking, well, you get like just enough to, this is pre-video, like, whoa. And then the other one I remember.
Did you always have a flat tire right there?
I should have. I remember flying into Tampa at night. And there was a porno theater on the flight path at a drive-in that was just not right.
No,
it's not appropriate.
Fairborn, Ohio had a place called the Skyborn. It was the name of the drive-in, but they were XXX for a long time, adult cinema. You could plainly see them from the road.
Well, I'd be curious if anybody's been to one of these drive-ins that has a concert, and I'm not trying to belabor the point, but I'm assuming that they would have, one of your friends would probably know this, Ace, you know all these concert guys. Would they set up a PA so you could get quality sound, because you don't want to have it coming through your radio?
No, I wouldn't
I mean, then, of course, then during the drum solos, all the cars would be starting. Here's the drum solo. Start the car.
Well, not to mention the new songs they play.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
Change the station.
Okay. Now, Kostaki, how are things going for you in Los Angeles?
They're good. I shaved the dog. I've never done that.
Is that an expression for cleaning up the
you
pubes?
You and the missus went at it?
That's not a euphemism. We have a 7-pound, 14-year-old poodle, and I started with his eyes and his butt. Those are the two areas that were poodle. Yeah. And I just kept going, and it was insane. We could have made a pillow out of it was like a sheep. I think I figured out why the poodle cut, how that got started. It was like a lazy dude. It was like, look, I'm not doing the feet and the head. Forget it. This ridiculous.
Did you buy a pair of doggy shears or something?
We got two sheary things, one for
Sheary
me
things?
and one for the dog. And because I knew I was going to be doing the dog's butt, I was like, I want a separate one.
Yeah, you want your own.
So you
treat
cut your own hair?
I haven't yet, but it's coming. This is getting completely out of control.
Not that long ago, you shaved your head, didn't you? Remember that?
It was about 20 years ago.
Was
Has
it
it
really?
been that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my first album cover.
Whoa.
Yes. That's right.
It's been a while. Yeah, I have done it. And my head's a little pointy. It's not ideal.
Got a bad head.
Now,
for a
since we
shave.
last spoke, there've been a little bit of NFL news. They released the schedule. Did you watch that whole show, the 3-hour NFL
wearing your
schedule?
jersey like I did?
I did not watch the show. It was the night of my show, actually.
Oh.
So I was focused on that.
Oh, that's
my
right.
brother texted me though. There is
what
a
I did.
There's a Falcons at Chargers game here in LA. So I'm, if there's a vaccine and a thing,
you're there.
There's a lot of steps between here and there, but I would love to go.
Has
see what
ESPN
happens.
contacted you yet about being part of Monday Night Football? I sent him a letter. I'll be on your behalf.
Well, that's nice of you.
Joe Testator and Booger McFarland are out, and I think Andy Kindler tweeted this. ESPN wiped Booger on the couch. Wow. How strong is that?
Nice. Well, what's on your mind, Kostaki?
Well, we've done 2 weeks in a row of animal penis jokes, so I thought maybe we mix it up a little. And today I brought an economic monologue about philosophies.
Oh, very nice.
We'll go the other way. Plato.
You're
Let's
Greek,
start with
yeah.
Plato.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
I
It's
love
a natural.
Plato.
Plato gave us the concept of forms, which are everlasting. A table will come and go, but the form or the concept of a table will last forever.
Yes.
And of course, he's also famous for the Plato Fun Factory.
That's exactly right.
Certainly.
He lived from 424 to 348 BC, and he must have wondered, what are we counting down to?
He had to have thought that.
What the hell's going on?
I think that's why the ancient Greeks were so curious about the world. What's going to happen at zero? Y2K freaked people out. Imagine if we were counting down. Epicureans had little interest in logic. So they're like fundamentalists. Epicureans interested in senses, especially avoiding pain. Heavy emphasis on static pleasures like calm. So they're hedonist light, right?
Yeah.
Hedonism. Pleasure to the hedonist is the most important pursuit. Pleasure alone makes life worth living. And I thought, pleasure alone, now that I understand. A hedonist survives to maximize total pleasure, which is pleasure minus pain. Math gets tricky for the hedonist masochists.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
That's hard to sort out. Every action should aim to maximize pleasure. See, Christy, that's way better than Catholicism.
Totally different then. Yes.
And if you have a hedonism, you got to have a shedonism. In shedonism, you get pleasure too. It just takes a little longer to get there. That's all.
And you get paid less.
Yeah, 82 cents on the dollar in shedonism. Relativism, that's when you believe whatever your grandpa says. My own theory of relativity of T is the time you spend with your crazy relatives. 3T is what it feels like.
Yes.
Buddhism, one of my favorites. Marshmallows have a Buddhist quality. If you leave a whole bunch of them in a bag for a long time, they become one again.
That's right.
Agnosticism, that's just atheism with no balls, pretty much, right? Anarchism, no government. You see the skate rat kids wearing the anarchy t-shirts. So I can tell you this, tough guy, if there's no government or social order, no one's going to build you a skate park. Anarchists are against coercion and authority. What are they afraid is going to happen? Someone's going to run over and pull up their pants? Am I right, everybody?
Punks. Whippersnappers.
Jokes written by an old guy. All right.
Get a belt.
Get a belt.
Nihilism, a rejection of all traditional values. For nihilists, human existence is without objective meaning, purpose, or value. Well, good morning, everybody. That's
What a joke.
way to see the world. All knowledge is impossible to nihilists. And I felt that way when I was trying to put an external mic in the computer to work on Zoom. It does feel like it's impossible.
Yeah.
Marxism. For Marxists, class struggle is what drives historical change. They got some nice ideas: from each according to his means, to each according to his needs. But I think you have to reward people for good ideas and hard work, and I think life should be fun. So I'm more of a Groucho Marxist. Sure. I just want to write a good joke about Cuba. People say you can't buy Cuban cigars. Oh, they're communists. Hey, the ashtray was made in China. Well, where's the lines? Okay.
Okay, good
point.
The Marx Brothers, I stumbled on this by accident. They all grew up with the last name Marx. And they changed their first names for show business. Groucho was Julius, Chico was Leonard, Gummo was Milton, Zeppo was Herbert. Harpo's real name was Adolf. That's a tough draw. Adolf Marx.
Wow.
Yeah. That would be tough on a playground today. Weird thing, he had 3 middle names: Stalin, Hussein, and Obama. That's a tough name. And just for fun, I threw together some of my favorite Groucho quotes to close it out here.
All right.
One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I'll never know.
I love that.
This is one of my favorite. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. Women should be obscene and not heard. And finally, on You Bet Your Life. It was a quiz show, right? It was on for a long time, mostly in the 50s. One of the contestants on the show is a woman had 19 kids, and he goes, "Why so many?" And she says, "I love my husband." He says, "I love a good cigar, but I take it out once in a while."
Yes. Kostaki Economopoulos, ladies and gentlemen. And Kostaki has his your Facebook fan page called Fantasy Throwback.
Yeah, we're doing a game show. It's football. There's no sports going on, so we do a fantasy football game show every Wednesday night at 9:00.
Okay, check it out. And how do they find it, Kostaki?
It's the Facebook fan page. I have 2 pages. I have a personal one and then like the one for everybody. So come join me on that, and we do Facebook Live on Wednesday nights.
All right.
And you'll find, of course, at Kostaki, Kostaki.
Fair.
Not everybody knows how to spell your name, Kostaki.
Yeah, it's fair.
Great stuff.
In fact, I don't know if you saw two years ago at the National Spelling Bee. That the kid that came in second place knocked out.
Yeah.
He could not spell Kostaki Economopoulos.
Oh.
You know what? They canceled that this year.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah.
If there was one activity that you think could survive the transition to Zoom culture, spelling bee.
Yeah.
But it'd be easy to cheat, I think. That's what they're worried about.
Couldn't they have them stand 10 feet apart?
Well, they could do it live, yeah.
Hey,
Put
Horace,
everybody
you're
in
up
the room.
next. Go into the room.
Horace. Horace.
Last year, this is true. I looked this up because I was curious about the cancellation. Last year, they had 8 co-winners because they ran out of words.
That's
for the
right.
kids.
Yes.
The Octo champions. Couldn't they have the kids spell each other's names?
Yeah, that would be tough.
Not a lot of Bob Smiths to win this game.
Yeah, you need a lot of V's, I's,
A lot of GHs.
Hey, Horace Vishnu is up next. Thanks, Kostaki.
Nice guys.
Great
Take it
stuff.
easy.
Always a pleasure. Now, coming up, we're going to also speak with comedian Tim Cavanaugh. We have beer in the news, groundhogs, peacocks, and bears. Oh my. All coming up, including wild elk in the news. But
Aren't they wild? Aren't they something?
Right now, this
Yeah,
portion of
not
the
a lot
Bob
of
and Tom
tame
Show
elk.
features a message about a chick sponsor. Of course, I'm talking about Crazy Cock Wine.
How does this sound? Out on a sunny beach, kayaking on the lake, maybe hiking on a trail with your Crazy Cock wine.
I'm not taking a bottle and glasses.
No, you don't have to with Crazy Cock, Joshy.
nope.
Summertime on-the-go beverage. Crazy Cock wine. It's a dry rosé, a dry white, a dry red blend. And for those who like your bubbles, how about Crazy Cock, a sparkling white and a sparkling rosé?
Oh.
Perfect for those warm summer days. And, of course, it comes in a can made by the Gibson Wine Company. They've been making quality wine in their California vineyards for 80 years. Originally, they designed it for South Carolina Gamecock college football fans, but since it was so crazy good, we now can bring it to you. Ask your retailer for Crazy Cock Wine. Great wines to be enjoyed anywheres, and they're convenient and recyclable, fit in any cooler, backpack, and can be taken to the park or a beach. Look for Crazy Cock cans at a market near you. And if you can't find it in the store, go online to crazycockwine.com and make your order. Then go tell your local retailer that the Bob and Tom Show says you need to stock Crazy Cock Wine. Leave your glass of wine opener at home and get some Crazy Cock Wine. That's crazycockwine.com. Do it now. It's crazy, man.
Thank you very much, Crazy Cock Wine. Coming up, also in the news, we have glass booths in your favorite restaurant. Ugh.
Glass boobs or booths?
Booths.
I thought you said boobs.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Yes.
Glass boobs? Glass bottom boob? No, wait a
she
minute.
broke my heart, and I broke her boobs. We're up next with more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us? Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Hope you're having a great Tuesday. It is May 12th, 2020, and yes, we are here live at the Bob and Tom Studios, bringing you the funny. That's right, Kostaki Economopoulos, and later this morning, comedian Tim Cavanaugh will be joining us. I imagine we'll delve into some celebrity birthdays via Tim Cavanaugh out of Chicago via Zoom on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. Spring training could start in a few weeks, and the Major League Baseball season could begin around the 4th of July. A person familiar with a proposal by the owners says it'll be presented by the Players Union on Tuesday. Also, negotiations say that Tua has signed just over a $30 million 4-year guaranteed contract with the Miami Dolphins, including an almost $20 million signing bonus. And a person familiar with the planning tells the Associated Press that the World Baseball Classic will be postponed from 2021 to 2023 because of the pandemic. The decision must be approved by the WBC Board of Directors, which is expected. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
As a service to our Hispanic friends, the following commercial announcement is brought to you in both English and Spanish.
Hello, I am Juan Popil, famous inventor and president of OneCom Industries.
Hola, me llamo Juan Popil, el presidente de la OneCom Industries.
Due to a minor problem with the Mexican tax laws, I recently spent a considerable amount of time in a Mexican prison.
Rendido recientemente un sumo considerable tiempo en el Casa Grande Mexicano,
where I had the misfortune of having a particularly amorous cellmate, Jose.
Donde tengo la desgracia de tenido un castel consorte muy un amorza. ¿Cómo se dice? Slammer de buttocks. Jose.
This led me to invent the first product designed to prevent unauthorized rear entry.
Este mi salida al inventar el producto primero, al preventes. No visite el poop shoot.
After installation, unwanted intruders are greeted by an ear-piercing alarm, followed by our patented orifice sentry grinding mechanism.
Desde instalación, intrusos no desalida instansaladas por alarma. El slongo da vida.
And now I am pleased to offer this product to you.
Y ahora soy contentos el prometer el producto bien a ustedes.
New from Wanco Industries, it's the Backdoor Buddy, the Sodomigo.
La cosa nueva la Juanco Industries es el Sodomigo.
It was invented in a prison south of the border, where you need some help to keep the bad boys away. Sodomigo's your friend. It protects your rear end, so you won't be surprised by Jose. No way!
With the Sodomigo Backdoor Buddy, you won't have to turn the other cheek.
Con el Sodomigo como el diablo bastado entre como el Ned Beatty.
Because we're behind you 100%, keeping away unwanted intruders.
De la entre como el sue. ¡Calido Dios!
Sodomigo, ay, 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 ay. Sodomigo, don't worry about that guy. Sodomigo, when you are in bed, it's like having eyes in the back of your head.
Sodomigo, Frigamall Industries, Cancun, Mexico.
Sodomigo, Frigamall Industries, Cancun, Mexico.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Drew Hastings is our guest.
Let me tell you a little tip, and I'll tell your listeners. I have always carried $2 bills. People are inordinately impressed with $2 bills. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
When you give one to somebody, they act like it's a big deal. First question I usually get, wow, where'd you get this? Like I know someone. It never occurs to people they can just go to the bank and ask for them. And if the bank's out, you can get them to order them from the Federal Reserve. Takes 3 days, costs nothing, and then you get consecutive serial numbers. But that's a whole other story.
8:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is. Thank you very much. And don't forget Blue Angels about 2 o'clock doing a flyover in honor of all the great people on the front lines of this coronavirus thing. So it'll be very cool. Look up in the sky. Will you be able to see it, Christy?
Will I be able to see it? Of course I will, because the weather looks good. Partly cloudy skies and a high of 60. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man continues with cloudy skies on Wednesday, high 64. And then a big change coming for next week with plenty of sunshine and in the 70s, 80s, summer-like. 41 now.
You mean like Indy in the month of May?
Yeah, with the thunderstorms.
Not the race. That's coming. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Got to remind you, we've got a couple things going on I forgot to mention.
Like?
Well, you could win some of those cool Raycon earbuds. Go to bobandtom.com/contest for all the information. Win the beautiful E25s from Raycon. The best earbuds out there with plenty of bass. Mm-hmm. As observed by none other than Chick McGee and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Check out the Raycons. And by the way, once again, you can win a pair. bobandtom.com/contest. While I'm at it, I don't talk about it very often. The Bob and Tom store is out there, and I only mention it because we're giving all the money from that to a great charity that's out there trying to help feed people in these confusing and difficult times. So if you want to be very fashionable, you can now do so with hope in your heart for a better world. The Bob and Tom store, check it out. We're giving the money away. Now, what else do I want to mention? I know. We have Christy Lee over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk, but that's not who I want to talk to right now.
Oh, who do you want to talk to?
I don't want to talk to Josh Arnold at the OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair.
That's okay, yeah.
Then it would be Chick McGee at the
I don't want to talk to Chick McGee. No, at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Nope.
Okay, no.
Do I want to talk to Pat Godwin at the Around the Corner of the Fudges Made Studios?
No, then that must mean you want to talk to Ace Cosby.
That means I want to talk to Ace Cosby. Why? Because Ladies and gentlemen, these aren't jokes. These are observations about contemporary American culture.
Ruh-roh.
It's Ace Cosby and the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Kind of glimpse into my life. I think my lady friend's pissed off at me.
Oh, no.
She had a bag of clothes she wanted to donate, and I said, just throw them out. And she said, no, there are starving people out there who could use these. And I said, anybody who fits in your clothes is not starving.
Yeah, that'll.
That's all I said.
That'll do it.
And before you send emails, she weighs
The old
95
fight
pounds.
starter.
That's a good one, man.
The old fight starter.
Well, thank you very much, Ace. Let's see now. Got into an argument again this morning.
With?
Well, we got talking about buffets.
Yes.
And what the proper things to eat at a breakfast buffet would be. And I think we all kind of got
have
nostalgia.
our own thing. Yeah.
Got nostalgia for the great days of a buffet. I'm getting a lot of people suggesting buffets. Owen Brennan's in Memphis, the Amish buffet in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Old Warsaw Polish buffet in Broadview, Illinois.
Oh, man.
You've been to that one?
No.
Sawas, it's called.
Don't go Friday nights. They're all bowling.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
The
How many
Whale
pull-ups
Harbor,
does it take to run a buffet?
listen, the Whale Harbor Seafood Buffet.
The Whale Harbor?
Whale Harbor Seafood Buffet in
Oh, yeah. Fresh whale.
Islamorada, Florida. Oh. I doubt if they have fresh whale on it, but...
Islamorada.
Islamorada, sorry.
Yes.
How
What
far
did I
is
say?
that from...
Oh, Isla. Sorry,
Close to
Isla.
Key West.
Yeah, there you go. I've never been there.
Oh, it's not near Orlando or anything.
No, it's down by Key West. Very nice place, actually.
And once again, Christy, at a breakfast buffet, you get what?
Oh, I get a lot of fruit. I like fruit.
A nice melon.
Yeah, I like some breakfast potatoes, maybe, and some eggs.
You don't need like sausage,
Maybe
bacon.
I like a little link
I like to
sausage.
look at the sausage.
I get a whiff of some bacon.
I get a waft of sausage.
I'm not a big pancake waffle person.
No, it's too much
Put a
flavor.
sausage under my lip like Groucho.
Too enjoyable.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the Diamond Joe Casino.
Yeah, we're
buffet
lifetime
in Dubuque,
buffet.
where we are lifetime
Members.
Yes.
And now, Josh, what's the place that's not a buffet where they throw the rolls at you?
Lambert's. Yes, in Sykeston, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, and
Home of the throw
Gulf Shores,
rolls.
Alabama. Yeah.
Can't wait for these places to be able to open up again.
Same here.
But there's a weird story about where's the place with the glass? What is this, Christy? It's some place of glass walls.
Oh, that's in Amsterdam. A restaurant in Amsterdam has introduced glass cabins in an experiment of social distance dining. Servers wear gloves and transparent face shields as they deliver food on long trays into the outdoor glass huts that can accommodate 2 to 3 people.
Weird.
Organizers call the project something in Sweden that means separate greenhouses because they. Oh, I guess it's in French.
In Dutch,
because
or-
they say it
Okay.
sounds better in French. Serré,
okay.
séparé.
Okay.
Dutch restaurants will
it-
still be closed though until May 19th.
I'm looking at this.
Houses separate.
These things look like
Saré,
little
separate.
tiny greenhouses. They have a glass roof. It looks like one of those little huts you'd buy at Home Depot, except it's made of glass.
Right.
And it's outside, and wow.
In Amsterdam, yeah.
It's depressing.
Would you eat there?
I guess you have to, but can you imagine if you had to go there by yourself?
That would be
The
depressing.
dining alone is sad. Now you're just this display for others to see.
You look like a goldfish in a goldfish bowl.
Going to the zoo. Well, it really does look like a little miniature greenhouse.
You know, a lot of buildings in Amsterdam are made out of glass, which is why Anne Frank was eventually.
Oh,
Really? That's where you're going to go?
Wow.
Wow. So you had time to go over that in your head.
I said,
and thought this is funny and continue to move forward.
I'm going to
Look,
go
she's
ahead
right there.
and say this out loud. It looks like there's someone hiding in the attic.
Wow.
What do you think?
I say no.
She's right there.
Oh my gosh.
It's unbelievable. I tried it.
Did you see where some restaurants are using?
There's nothing funny down that road.
We can't laugh about Anne Frank. What can we laugh about?
I don't want to live in a world.
It's been long
You
enough.
are all going to go to hell. Oh, God.
I'm trying to get away from this. Did you see in North
But Anne
Canton,
Frank's, I
Ohio?
never read the Diary of Anne Frank. Did it end with, wait a minute, there's... I think someone's
Yeah,
coming up the
I-
stairs, and then that's the last sentence.
You are going to burn in hell.
Did you see, Tom, in North Canton, Ohio?
Yeah, no can. Yeah.
That they are actually using shower curtains to separate the tables, like those see-through clear shower curtains that go in between the tables.
They're not really clear on, well, who knows?
I mean, I guess it would work.
It's lingering in the air. This is an
Staff
airborne.
hung shower curtains from PVC pipes, which are suspended from the ceiling with fishing wire.
Welcome to Psychos. Tonight we have...
Yes. Our food's nice, but look at our cutlery.
See, they couldn't now the place where they throw the rolls.
Yeah,
they couldn't do that if they had curtains all over the place.
No,
they
would just hit the
Yeah.
curtains.
Did you see this? What was the name of that again?
Lambert's.
Lambert's. Did you see that they had another what they call a concept in the world of restaurants?
Really?
Same thing, except it was with spaghetti.
Oh, what's that called?
They'd heave it at you.
I see.
Yeah, you don't want to get the meatballs. Pretty easy to catch, but if you get the marinara, ugly.
Yeah.
Oh no, you hit Aunt
everywhere.
Flossie in the face.
Yeah, I ate at Trevor's once. That was home of the throwed soup.
Hot.
Where are your
lawsuits?
Where are your play clothes? Not your church clothes.
Speaking of food and the virus, Colorado craft breweries may have to dump 1 million kegs of beer that has gone bad.
Sweet
Restaurants
baby
and breweries remain closed due to the coronavirus, and kegs of beer are going out of code, which would be, of course, the equivalent of a food expiration date. President and CEO of the Boulder-based Brewers Association says an estimated $900 million worth of beer will be lost due to the pandemic.
Oh, my Lord.
He added, quote, "We estimate there are over 1 million kegs in the U.S. right now that are sitting and simply going bad."
Listen, you can hear the beer going bad. Listen.
They're crying in their
Isn't
beer.
there a place?
Oh,
Am I getting this wrong? Where they didn't? Wasn't there a place where they gave it to They took it to the zoos or something?
Really?
Am I getting this
why
wrong?
would they give it to the zoos?
Oh, there's nothing funnier than a zoo
A
animal
drunk bear? What are you talking about?
Or maybe it was the
Drunk
whatever what do they call it with the stuff that's left over, the silage, whatever.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yes, that is true.
No, but weren't they? Whatever the byproducts are? Weren't they taking it to zoos somewhere?
Maybe. Some breweries in Colorado are selling kegs directly to customers. Others tried to can as much of the beer as possible.
I guess frat houses are closed. I was going to say this would be a natural.
Boy, oh boy.
What a drag. Ugh.
We're saving the world one can at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe they can start a program, Adopt a Keg.
I like it.
Oh, maybe.
How much is in a keg, by the way? Do you know how many cups
about
of beer?
14 beers.
14 big beers.
On the size. Yeah, they're very large.
Yeah, large.
Do you want to measure it in beers or date rapes?
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Well, everybody forgot about my Aunt Frank.
Yeah,
No joke.
and the Polish people running the buffet.
Polish people.
Everybody forgot everything about it.
I thought I could steer them away from.
Yeah, hey,
your
let's
horrific. Your horrific show.
Let's take a quick break and talk.
And let's hope we come back.
Yeah, let's talk to see if we're still on the air and
Oh boy!
take care of any apologies we have to make.
Polish emails.
And,
we got peacocks in the news. We got a dead groundhog. Yeah, we'll get through this. I blame you, Josh. This is entirely on you.
It is my fault.
Okay, we'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't forget you can laugh your app off with the Bob and Tom app. Get it? The Bob and Tom app is free. It's available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. You can tune into your local station, listen to Bob and Tom 24/7, even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Christy Lee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Pretty cool. It's the Bob and Tom app, and it's free. Let your friends and neighbors know it's out there, because why not? Why not be listening to Bob and Tom 24/7? I know I am.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is poised to unveil the next coronavirus aid package, urging Congress to go big on aid to help cash-strapped states and struggling Americans. Voting is possible as soon as Friday, but the bill is heading straight into a Senate roadblock. Senate Republicans say they don't plan to vote on any new relief until June. A fire at St. George Hospital in St. Petersburg, Russia, has killed 5 coronavirus patients. Russian emergency officials said all 5 had been put on ventilators. The emergency officials told the state TASS news agency the fire broke out in an intensive care unit and was put out within half an hour. Interfax news agency reports it could have been caused by a faulty ventilator. A criminal investigation into the fire has been opened. And Twitter has announced it wants to make sure that if you go to their site, you're going to get coronavirus news and not misinformation. The site says it will begin to tell users when a tweet makes disputed or misleading claims about COVID-19. It's all part of a series of rules by social networking sites aimed at stopping misinformation. Facebook and Google, which also owns YouTube, have already put in similar safeguards. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Contemporary culture, there are many points of view, and Ace Cosby knows all of them. Ace?
What did Cookie Monster say after he ate all the anesthesia at the dentist office?
What did Cookie? Wait a minute, slow down. What did Cookie Monster say after he ate all the anesthesia at the dentist's office?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Num 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 num.
All right.
Okay. The performance was so good.
Bob and Tom in the morning, and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Church league softball fist fight, getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat. Well, the swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ, an example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2. Church league softball fist fight, a buddy laying on a hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip. Ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship. Church league softball fist fight, rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
101 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
295 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today with a high of 60. Partly cloudy overnight, low 42. And then cloudy pretty much tomorrow with a high of 64. Right now, we have a temperature of 45 degrees.
And enough sky, though, to see the Blue Angels?
Yes, 2 o'clock.
Okay. Doing kind of a figure eight over the city. You can go online and find the exact spots where you can see the planes.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, in honor of all the great people that are working on the virus and taking care of people. So it's a really cool thing. But about 2 o'clock, it's going to start to take about, what would you say, 11 minutes?
11 to 12 minutes, yeah.
Go downtown.
They go pretty quick.
Downtown, like north on Meridian, then around 465.
They're coming in from
clockwise.
Beach Grove, then they're going to go up through downtown, yeah, and then
North
back
of Meridian?
around.
I thought they were flying.
Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Really no help. The point is that Ace and I will be watching without glasses on because Dr. Lanter took care of us. He also took care of Chick McGee. Ace and I have multifocal lenses inserted into our eyes. Thanks, Dr. Lanter. Chick McGee had the LASIK surgery. You can be part of this now. Dr. Lanter getting back up and running. Using all the precautions, of course, taking care of people through this COVID crisis. So if you've got broken glasses, you need to reorder your contacts, you need an exam, find out what's going on by going to Dr. Lanter's Facebook page or check it out at lantereyecare.com. And it's LANTER, lantereyecare.com. Check out Dr. Lanter's Facebook page, and maybe you're a candidate for these internal lenses inside the eye, perhaps LASIK surgery. Just get yourself sorted out. Thank you, Dr. Lanter. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. We'll make every effort to get the show back on the rails. It's going to be some heavy lifting.
Yeah, Christy really messed things up.
Yeah,
I know.
It's unbelievable. Blah, blah,
Wow,
blah,
whatever. I don't care.
Okay. Pat Godwin's been rehearsing a song in there. We'll hear from Pat on the big screen. He's around the corner in the room that Christy has dubbed the Around the Corner Fudge is Made Studios.
And why did I say that? Because he's right across from the men's room.
Yes, right. We have all the doors propped open. We are socially isolated. What's the word? Socially distance. Thank you very
You're
much.
not going number 2 in there, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
No, but it's just.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
Good.
No, we have more than one bathroom in this facility.
Thank goodness. I want to respect Pat.
Look how upset he is.
There's Ace, that's Chick, that's Josh. Christy Lee's over there. This is Tom speaking. Welcome back to the show. If that phone rings, you know what it means.
What does it mean?
It means it's the track phone hotline, and I've got a feeling Tim Cavanaugh is going to be calling that in just a few minutes. But now we return to the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk with Christy.
Real quick, this is a breaking story that Chick just informed me about.
I'm beside myself. There are two chicks over here. I can't believe it.
Yeah, the film of the award-winning musical Hamilton will be available to stream on Disney Plus starting July 3rd, which is a Friday.
This year.
Yes, the show's creator and former star Lin-Manuel Miranda announced the news via Twitter this afternoon, which would be, it's actually in Britain's afternoon, so it's right now. It's only a matter of time. Our Hamilton film is coming. It was supposed to be in October of 2021. They have moved it up to July 3rd of this year.
So this is a filming of the actual stage play, not a feature film based on.
You will experience the original Broadway production, according to the trailer for Disney Plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That thing was a huge bomb. I'm surprised they're doing it.
I think Josh and I are the only two haven't seen it, right?
I've not seen it.
Speaking of bombs, I don't know if you heard about Little Richard's funeral. They asked Richard what he wanted on his last days, and he wanted to be, there's, who was the guy from Star Trek? Had his
Leonard Nimoy.
The other guy that had his
Doohan
got his ashes shot up into space, and what is it? Hunter Thompson was turned into a firework, shot off, and Little Richard wanted to go out. Well, here's the audio from the actual ceremony. They didn't waste a lot of time getting this done, but here it is.
Oh, Jerry was there to see him off.
There you go.
Yeah, it burned him right there.
Isn't that something?
Funeral pyre right there on the spot. So. Sorry.
If you missed it earlier, IKEA has urged visitors not to pleasure themselves in their stores.
Yeah, I saw this video.
Don't do that.
After a woman's masturbation video went viral, the clip, which has since garnered millions of views.
Clip.
I said clip. You dirty-minded old man.
Get him, Christy, get him.
I started as a dirty-minded young man.
That's true, you did.
Sure, we all did.
Shows a half-naked woman self-pleasuring on various sofas and beds in the IKEA store in China.
Hello.
In response to the video, IKEA said, quote, "We resolutely oppose and condemn this kind of behavior," and immediately reported it to the police in the city of the suspected
Why are they
store.
talking like the Munchkins from Wizard of Oz? We resolutely oppose.
Back to Costco for her. And the videos, it was pulled, but you can, if you go on the internet, you can find it. It's out there.
It was pulled. I figured it would just been flicked.
How much pulling involved, really?
Depends.
Oh, rub.
Brought to you by Steakums. Hey, I'm trying to get him to forget that other thing that just happened.
My goodness.
2 wild elk have destroyed. What?
Pat, What are you doing? You're giving me the signal. You got an IKEA song?
Well, that was her IKEA experience. This is mine.
Oh.
I got to IKEA, or should I say, IKEA got me. You make it yourself. Is it any good Scandinavian wood? I bought a leather couch and I got an Allen wrench, some nails, and a cow. I built a desk, there's 2 parts left. What do I do now? I looked at my couch, it was a mess, I must confess. So I lit a fire, it burns real good, Scandinavian wood.
All right. Nice.
Thank you very much.
That is one of my favorite Beatles songs.
That's a wonderful song.
Great chords.
That's a
Great
Beatles song?
Who wrote that one?
Johnny Lennon.
Johnny Lemon?
Johnny Lemon.
Jack Lennon.
Yeah, the lesser known Beatle. Johnny Lemon.
I tried to be cute and I messed it all up.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's funny. Johnny Lemon.
Okay, well, let's get back to the action.
Johnny
Lemon.
How I loved him.
And I should have just said John Lennon.
Two wild elk have destroyed a warning sign at Redwoods National Park in California. The sign read, "Danger, wild elk."
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
This is like a Larson cartoon come to life.
Yes. No kidding.
Video captured by a tourist at the park's Prairie Creek Redwoods campground in Oric shows 2 bulls sparring next to a danger wild elk sign, which they repeatedly ram into. The park said that as the elk knocked antlers, they inadvertently knocked the sign down. Boy, that's a sentence. Elk knocked antlers.
What's that sign say? No bare feet. No, that sign.
That's right up there.
The fact that the elk can read is the most disturbing
Sure.
thing.
Isn't
about
that
this
interesting?
story.
Who knew? Yeah.
They would pick that spot.
You know, it's pretty funny. They're going at it right there. Let's see now. I got a special request here. We have some new pictures of the neighborhood eagle.
Do we?
God in heaven.
Yes,
Oh, my God. He's still at it.
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I
Can't wait to get our eagle update tomorrow from our listener to find out how many times he said the word eagle.
did not say it a lot today.
Oh.
Said it enough.
Yeah, he did say it enough.
Okay, well, play a little song again. Is that,
What little song?
Play a little song.
It's a great song. We don't have to play it. That's fine. I was just going to say, because coming up in a few minutes, we're going to talk with Mr. Tim Cavanaugh.
Oh, he's got the best eagle song.
All right, well, that's what I'm saying. We'll play that when we come back with Tim. In the meantime, what have you got over there?
Police in Boston have successfully captured an errant peacock with an electric decoy. According to the Boston Globe, the bird named Snowbank escaped from Franklin Park Zoo on Monday. One of the responding officers looked up a peacock mating call on his cell phone, played a clip, which lured the bird into a secure area until Boston Animal Control and Zoo officials arrived.
You ever heard a peacock mating call?
I have not. What's it sound like?
It's,
You want to hump? hey, you girl, peacock, you want to hump?
Hey,
it's a peahen.
A peahen. Take a look at this. You want to hump it?
Wouldn't the peacock be the one doing the humping? I'm trying as my very best to support this attempt at a joke.
Snowbank
I'm
was
getting no love from anyone. Well, if they're going to be that way, I'm afraid we're going to have to play this special request in honor of those great little eagles that live right near us right now.
Oh, come on.
It's a little bit of Tim Cavanaugh.
Time helps some species come back and grow stronger.
You want to hump?
I'm glad one creature's endangered no longer. I wanna fry up an eagle just to see. Fry up an eagle. Use the Colonel's recipe. It's still illegal. It shouldn't be. I need to know what one tastes like. I wanna fry up an eagle. My curiosity first killed the cat who wasn't that tasty. Frankly, I wanna fry up an eagle. They're dolphin free. Glenn Fry and the eagle said it subliminally. Did it. they're bald. And yummy. Oh, yeah.
Little Timmy Cavanaugh.
That is just a piece of
The classic Fry Up an Eagle in honor of the great American eagles that live right around you. They're all over the country. It's so cool to see them, and especially in this rough spot we're going through worldwide. It's nice to be reminded. We have some new eagle pictures going up.
Yeah, I'm glad
They're up. They're already there.
Oh, the new ones are up?
Yes.
Not the bird flu.
Bated breath. Yeah.
I think, by the way, back to your story about the cops capturing the peacock, pretty MacGyver-like for the guy to go on his cell phone and Google
it is
the mating call of a peacock. That's pretty smart thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows what the mating call of a peacock is? You know?
Well, you've never heard it?
No.
Oh,
I don't. What could it be?
Hey, you want to do it? Want to have sex with me? Why don't we go ahead and have sex?
Ace, excuse
Speak
me.
English.
Ace, how would you do it if you were handling this?
It's time.
See?
Oh, boy.
See? Subtle.
Uh-huh.
Just
Precise.
Yep. Yeah, kind of a
Economy of words.
Taking charge. Not sounding kind of apologetic. Or like you're begging.
Please.
Right now, I want to remind you, we've got a shot at for you to win some Raycon earbuds. Let me tell you about the Raycons. Right now, I think you need them more than ever. And the Raycons are the best ones out there, and they're about half the price of those white ones that keep falling out of your ears. The Raycon's adjustable, so they fit perfectly in your ear. And they also keep the other sounds out. So that'll be very handy right now. Perhaps you'd like a little peace and quiet, and you want to hear nothing but what you want to hear. 6 hours of playtime with the E25 earbuds from Raycon. Perfect, seamless Bluetooth pairing. Plenty of bass, which is why Snoop Dogg and Chick McGee are obsessed with the Raycons.
Love them.
Find out what the hype is all about by going to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your order. Plus, they'll deliver them right to your house right now. You could use a great pair of earbuds. You can make phone calls. You can listen to podcasts. You can listen to great music. You can listen to this radio station. We'd love it if you did that with your Raycons. Once again, you go to buyraycon.com. BUYRAYCON. Buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. By the way, we got a contest going on right now. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. See how you could win a pair of Raycon earbuds. Once again, it's buyraycon.com/Tom to purchase a pair right now with 15% off those great wireless earbuds. Coming up, we're going to hear from Tim Cavanaugh, see what he's got going on. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, on the way after the Bob and Tom Show, it's what we call the Bob and Tom work farce. All the fun without really that much effort. Ace Cosby's your host. He'll step in. Maybe he'll throw out a joke or two. You never know. Keep your smile going all day and keep your family guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Tuesday with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Past American Idol contestants will join judges for a rendition of We Are the World on Sunday's finale on ABC. Lionel Richie, who co-wrote the song, will sing with Luke Bryan and Katy Perry, as well as Ruben Studdard, Scott McCreery, Philip Phillips, Jordan Sparks, and many, many more. People gave, Tina Fey cried. That was the upshot of a virtual telethon for New York City last night. Fey said, quote, thank you, as she announced that more than $115 million was contributed to help New Yorkers affected by COVID-19. And Taylor Swift's Paris concert from last September is going to be shown as an ABC special on Sunday. Taylor Swift City of Lover concert was taped at l'Olympia Theatre in Paris. It includes behind-the-scene moments as well. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Keep washing. No, I am not joshing. Germs you will be squashing. Raw hand! To the sink you'll be tethered. Hands all cracked and leathered. No self-pleasure for a while. Lather up, rinse them off, lather up, rinse them off. Raw hands! Your scaly, dry, raw hair. Yeah!
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
We're talking with comedian Todd Glass.
In a relationship, women look down the road, which is positive, but some women look too far down the road. I mean, they can't just take that moment for what it is. Like, I'm at a bar, and I asked this girl to dance. You know, she's like, oh, dance? Oh, sure, I'd like to dance. And we're done dancing. Maybe you go over there, you'll buy me a drink, I'll buy you a drink. A week later, we'll start calling each other. We'll get our machines, then you'll get me, then I'll get you. Then we go out on a date, and our friends say we're perfect for each other. So we have our first kiss, then we decide we're going to get engaged. We get engaged. We have a beautiful wedding. After the wedding, we get back from our wedding. We set up an apartment together. Then we have a beautiful apartment. You get a promotion, I get a promotion. Then we buy a big house. We have a house, white picket fence, dogs, 2 kids. Everything's going good. Then you're coming home from late at work. I go, why are you coming home late at work?
9:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Variable cloudiness, high 60. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 42. Cloudy on Wednesday with a high of 64. We're at 45 degrees currently.
Wow, it's snowing somewhere.
Snowing?
Oh no, that's Tim Cavanaugh on the on the screen. Pale, he sees.
Yes. For saying aw.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Tim. Be quiet. Coming up, we'll be checking in with Tim Cavanaugh. I also want to remind you to be listening for your shot at $1,000 on Q95. I'm not saying exactly when, but I've got a feeling that Crystal will be having that happening at some point during the Bob and Tom after party. Also, teach Alexa how to play Q95 via iHeartRadio. Alexa, if I'm going to have to tell you twice, we're going to get well, there we are. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. It's good to see you. See us. We're feeding the show out on YouTube again today. As we are often worldwide. Of course we are. We're on American Forces Radio. Glad to be here. Also, glad to be on stations coast to coast in the USA. And let's see, right now I look across the way, I see Chick McGee.
Hi!
At the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
How about ya?
Through the glass over there, it's Christy Lee.
Hi.
It's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. I can't believe it. It's Josh Arnold. This is Tom speaking. Ace Cosby is over there. On the big screen to my left, it's Pat Godwin. Hi. He's in what we call the around the corner of the Fudges Made studio. He's in the other building. And then it looks like it's snowing somewhere. No, that's Tim Cavanaugh.
Holy mother of God.
That is,
it's me.
Yeah,
that is some bright light or something. You are... I can
Very
barely
white.
see you with the white ceiling behind you.
Actually, I've darkened this room as much as I possibly can to try to make me look a little bit more human in a way.
You look nice. That's a festive shirt. Are those little whales on your shirt?
Those are little whales. Yeah, those are little. These are ones that I used to wear when I was on the cruise ship.
Very tropical.
Because the whale is kind of the alpha fish. Because it's the biggest and it's the scariest.
Right.
So
you realize now we'll get a letter from someone all upset.
Whale's not a fish.
The narwhal has a spear on its forehead. Therefore,
I'm a comedian. I don't know anything about fish except that I enjoy eating some. Not all of them, but I do enjoy eating some. I just felt that mighty beast. When I walked around the ship looking like this, people were like, "Oh man, be careful."
Yeah.
Because that's power is what it is.
Tim, we've been playing your "Fry Up an Eagle" song because of there's an eagle's nest right near here that I've talked about a couple times.
I'm sure you've heard about it.
Have you gone to see the eagles yet, Tim?
I saw the pictures. The pictures are beautiful.
We just put some new ones up today.
Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah, you really owe it to yourself. Get the family together and go see the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, I know that you're a proud you're a proud American, unlike these commies that the symbol of America. They don't want to even see it.
Go see the Eagles.
And that's why I wrote "Fry Up an Eagle," is because it's a great symbol of America, and I would like to eat it.
Oh.
So
yes, let it be.
Well, you'll have a chance to eat it in this next segment.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, big old
because
that's okay.
bite.
It's time now for.
Oh. Hey everybody. It's time once again for Tim Cavanaugh's Cavalcade of Celebrity Birthdays.
Yay.
I'm comedian Tim Cavanaugh. Turning 55 this month is former child star Todd Bridges from Different Strokes. Todd has had many run-ins with the police over the years due to his involvement with marijuana and cocaine. Right now, he's being probed by the Transportation Department as they check out all of the 55-year-old troubled Bridges with a history of crack problems. See, infrastructure, everybody.
Yes. Right, yeah, that's good. Gotcha. Bridges. Okay.
Jazz pioneer Miles Davis would have celebrated his 94th birthday later this month. While he sold millions of albums here in the United States, he did not sell nearly as many in Canada, where he was known by the less catchy Kilometers Davis.
Right. Right.
Turning 75 this month is Bob Seger. My favorite song of his is Catmandu, a song all about the excrement left behind by the comic book superhero Catman.
That is silly.
You just have Catmandu all over the street when it was done.
Catmandu.
David Byrne is celebrating birthday. One of the founders of the band Talking Heads. He's turning 68 this month. Aside from a lifelong dedication to music, David Byrne also loves golf. Yeah. Years ago, he hired a guy named Elliot to be the band's new drummer. At the first rehearsal, the band's manager said, "Now, don't let David talk you into playing golf with him because he hates to lose, and it's just not a good idea. Do not get tricked." Well, sure enough, 2 days later, they're out playing golf, Elliot and David.
Yeah.
And Elliot won by 11 strokes, and sure enough, an hour later, Elliot is kicked out of the band.
Oh, my.
Which just proves the old saying, if you play with Byrne, you're going to get fired.
I was going for an Elliot joke.
So was I. I figured Elliot was
completely
missed
a total misdirection.
What you were doing.
Missed the obvious
one. If you play with
Byrne, you're going to get fired.
If you play with Byrne, you're going to get fired. Thank you. That's one of my favorites. All right. It's downhill from here.
In a joke, how to write joke book.
One would only hope that would be where it ended up. All right, here we go. Winona Judd is celebrating a birthday this month. Her real first name is Christina, but she changed it to Winona, the second favorite town in Oklahoma. Speaking of writing jokes, I miswrote that one.
What?
So Winona, Oklahoma is her second favorite town.
I got my fingers crossed on this one, yeah.
In Oklahoma. She tried going with Tulsa, the name of her favorite town, but dyslexics kept coming up to her and calling her a slut. Which is Tulsa.
Tulsa.
Spelled backwards.
Yeah.
I am. Okay.
I thought you were gonna. Her name was gonna be Enid. Oh, maybe not.
How old's David Byrne again?
68.
68.
Same as
okay,
ever
Tom.
was.
All right.
Same as the ever was. Same as the ever was. That's right.
Burning down the house.
He slips it right in there.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a little late. I thought he was already looking back on the good times of celebrity birthdays, which is always the beginning. Okay. Baseball slugger Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, is 74 this week. In a recent personal appearance, he was flanked by Mr. September and Mr. November.
Oh.
Reggie was the only one who kept his pants on.
Sure.
Apparently they were strippers.
Yeah.
The others were male models of some sort.
Wow, Mr. September, Mr. October, and Mr. November. That's an. That's an.
Yep. And they're both younger than he was. So he said, "I'm going to keep my pants on." I mean, in his day, he would have tried.
Sure.
But
They call them the Fall Guys.
Oh, nice.
Nothing from Gavin.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
I see what I see what you did
You can
there.
use that tag when you call some AM radio station.
Yeah.
that is an august joke. It's the best I could do. Okay. Celebrating a birthday this month is the man best known as the son of evil. Daredevil Robbie Knievel is turning 58. I thought maybe someone would laugh at that, but no.
That was the joke already? It was the son of evil. I thought it was the setup.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make a note of that for next year. Okay. Turning 71 this week is Billy Joel.
Oh.
His song, Just the Way You Are, is considered one of the great love songs of all time, which it definitely is not. That line, I don't want clever conversation, I don't want to work that hard, is basically saying, I'd rather talk to your dumb ass than somebody who actually challenges me.
More really a criticism than a joke, really.
Some of these, I'm just looking ahead, seeing what the next joke is.
I'm enjoying this very much, Tim. Don't listen.
I'm enjoying it.
Raise your hand, and when the next joke.
I'll let you know. This okay. Here. All right. This one is again maybe a little bit more social commentary.
Is this better than the Robbie Knievel one? Because I'll tell you, when you chose to do that joke, you were the daredevil.
Lord knows that was didn't go well. Okay, rocker Gary Glitter. What could go wrong with this joke? Is turning 76 years old. He is a convicted pedophile. He is currently serving a 16-year sentence at the Burn, a British prison exclusively for sex offenders.
Oh, God.
His full name is HMP The Burn, with HMP standing for Her Majesty's Prison. Words that may give Prince Andrew some solace when he ends up there.
Allegedly, yes. He's associated with Mr. Epstein.
Yes.
He didn't kill himself.
He has not killed himself yet. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
You've lost Christy.
No, I didn't lose her, I don't think.
No, you haven't.
Okay. Hall of Fame defensive back Ronnie Lott of the San Francisco 49ers turned 61 this month. While he had a great playing career, his personal life took a tragic turn when his wife was turned into a pillar of salt.
Oh, Lot's wife, yeah. That is tragic.
That's a bad
Back to the Bible, huh?
Oh. That was well worth it. Country singer Tim McGraw is 61 this week.
Yeah.
You know, I've been inspired.
Well, the time this bit's over, he's going to be 62.
Oh.
Keep going, Tim.
I was going to say, I've got a lot of birthdays, but
right.
so
Don't
far
listen to him.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Darn right you are.
So we're talking about Tim McGraw. He's 51 this week, and I've been inspired by a lot of his music, especially his song "Live Like You Were Dying," which is why I'm on a morphine drip right now.
Love it. He's holding up the. Okay.
I was holding up. This was, see if this was radio like it's supposed to be.
Yes.
But see, I'm singing it on TV.
You notice the music ran out. I don't know if you're.
That just means it's going really well.
Well, start it again, Goofy.
Celebrating. Okay, I'm going to keep going until you guys
Till we
say,
hang up on you?
Tom will always say, I think we need a closer. Which was going to be the Robbie Knievel joke. Thank God I made that decision. Okay, here we go. Celebrating birthday number 76 is singer Gladys Knight.
Oh.
Now, she's been married 4 times. And it wasn't until her 4th wedding that it dawned on her that singing "You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me" at every wedding might be starting to sound a little insincere.
I was looking for a Pip joke.
Yeah, I was too.
You know what? Just stay with me. Don't try to figure these out.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, it takes all the fun. It's like I'm like a magician here.
Right. Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out the tricks.
Wait a minute. So it's our fault. Okay, it's our fault. All right. I'm sorry. I've been looking at this. All right. Gotcha.
I don't even want
Is it Al Roker's birthday? That's the one I always
No, it is. It is not. But if it was, Al Roker would be 67 at the airport, 67 downtown, and 67 in the outlying areas.
I love that joke.
That's a gorgeous piece of business.
I don't usually get requests during this segment.
Is it the Pistons song birthday?
It's handy. It's always. All right, I'm not even going to attempt that joke. Okay, here's a true story. Okay, this and Pat Godwin, because you're a comic, you'll especially appreciate this. Drew Carey turns 62 this week. Now, 25 years ago, Drew Carey is opening for me at a comedy club in Chicago. It's our last show of the week, and he inadvertently tells one of my jokes during his set.
Oh.
I didn't hear him do it. So a half hour later, I tell the exact same joke to crushing silence. I said, Robbie Knievel, and nothing happened. Okay, no, I just threw that in. So I do this joke, and nothing happens, and an audience member yells out, whose line is it anyway? At which point Wayne Brady ran out onto the stage and made up a reggae song about a man in the front row with a hideous haircut. I thought it was a magical night, to be honest with you. All right, and
closer.
Let's see. Is
Give him a minute. As Johnny Carson used to say, Ed, you've got star surge. This is my only gig.
Do you want a long one or a short? Maybe a short one. Hey, it's birthday number 65 for saxophonist Kenny G.
Oh. Yes.
His full name is Kenny G. Spot. But he shortened his name when he found out that a lot of men didn't think he even existed. So he just goes with Kenny G. That's it. Well, that wraps up another edition of Tim Cavanaugh's Cavalcade of Celebrity Birthdays.
My goodness.
Till next time, remember, who needs a calendar when you've got a Kavanaugh?
Thank you very much, Tim. And Tim will be doing a Facebook Live mini concert tomorrow night at 8. Watch him on his Facebook page at Tim Kavanaugh, or go to timcav.com for more information. Thank you, Tim.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Tim.
See you, man.
See you, Tim. Bye.
I was looking at the important things during this quarantine. One of them is sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important to get a great night's sleep. Science will tell you that. And quality sleep, it's also good to boost things up in your body, help you focus, get you in the right mood. I love my Sleep Number bed. And I'll tell you what, my Sleep Number setting, thanks for asking, is a crisp 85. Chick McGee, what's your Sleep Number setting?
100.
That's a firm mattress, my friend.
Oh, I love
Christy Lee?
35.
It's like Jell-O.
Not really.
That's okay, though. That's the beauty of the Sleep Number bed. At the touch of a button. Josh, what's yours?
65. Thanks for asking.
See, but in either half of the bed can be whatever setting you want. So one could be 65, the other could be 40, one could be 100, the other could be whatever. That's the point of it. De-stress yourself. That's very important, and get a great night's sleep. How can you de-stress? Well, perhaps maybe do something like yoga, like Christy does. You want to avoid food and exercise right before you go to bed.
Read a book.
The body needs an hour to recover from exercise and meals. Also, it's important to dim the lights. Maybe turn off the TV. Yeah, Christy's got a good idea. Do some reading. Discover proven quality sleep for your health and well-being. Right now, save $1,000 on a Sleep Number 360 special edition bed. This is a limited time offer from the Sleep Number people. Find out more about the special Memorial Day sale also by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. See what's going on with the greatest bed out there. Now's a great time to get a Sleep Number bed because you deserve to get some great sleep. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming right back with dead groundhog and a live bear in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, for everything Bob and Tom, check out one site. It's on the internet, bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites, and, of course, much, much more. And don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. If there's a request of a comedian, a song, a bit, something you'd like to hear again, we'll see if we can't get it on just for you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. Spring training could start in a few weeks, and the Major League Baseball season could begin around the 4th of July. A person familiar with a proposal by the owners says it'll be presented by the Players Union on Tuesday. Also, negotiations say that Tua has signed just over a $30 million 4-year guaranteed contract with the Miami Dolphins, including an almost $20 million signing bonus. And a person familiar with the planning tells the Associated Press that the World Baseball Classic will be postponed from 2021 to 2023 because of the pandemic. The decision must be approved by the WBC Board of Directors, which is expected. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know, here in Paris and everywhere I go today, people are talking about the latest development in personal hygiene.
What is that?
The coffee enema. And for those of us who practice the alternative lifestyle, there's only one brand of coffee enema. It's called La Cage à Fougères. Bonjour. I am Maurice Chevaliernos. And when I need a good cleaning out or just need to freshen up for a date, I choose La Cage à Fougères. And after a quick coffee break, voila! I feel spanking new. So wake up and smell the coffee. Well, do not actually smell it, P.U. Be part of the movement sweeping the continent. La Cage à Fougères. Because when you're pooped, nothing perks you up like a coffee enema. I'd like to sing for you now. I'm a gentleman who lives in gay Paris. I like to stay as fresh as I can be. But when I need a little pick-me-up, I don't take my coffee from the coffee cup. Hit it, girls.
La Counterfeit, c'est ooh la la. It's a coffee enema. C'est finest coffee beyond compare. And it goes in your derrière. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. Ooh la la la. La Counterfeit for the man who likes his coffee in the can.
La cage aux fougères. When it comes to taste, perhaps your tongue cannot tell the difference, but your can can.
La Counterfeit, c'est ooh la la. It's a coffee enema, but you don't need a coffee cup. Just grabs it back and bottoms up. Merci beaucoup. Pull down your pants, insert it too. Viva la France! La Counterfeit for the man who likes his coffee in the can. Ho, 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 ho. Sacre bleu!
Au revoir!
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. This is Morgan Freeman
Hi, Morgan.
on a payphone from Shawshank today.
Oh, yeah? How are things in prison?
Oh, fine. Thank you very kindly.
You getting some nice fall colors?
Oh, we enjoy the colors in the fall, Sonny.
I'll bet.
I get worried, they have that whole, that sad thing out there.
Heard you talking about bull riding.
Oh, 944 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. A couple interesting things going on. Blue Angels flyover, 2 o'clock this afternoon. Christy, give me the route again. What is it?
Yeah, they're coming from the Beach Grove area, and then they're going to fly through Beach Grove and then downtown and then up north and then around the northeast side of town, then back down on the east side and then back through town and out west.
Cool.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Sort of. That's sort of the way it looks on the map, but you can look it up
I
yourself.
thought she was going to say go to hell.
Yeah, she should have.
No, of course not.
Let's see. Don't forget to enter our contest to win a pair of those Raycon earbuds. bobandtom.com/contest. A quick forecast from Christy Lee, please.
Yeah, variable cloudiness today. Look for a high of 60. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 64. CarX Man says it's cloudy and 48 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Tell Alexa, teach Alexa a lesson.
Yeah, show her who's boss.
Hey, baby. How do you play Q95? Well, you go to Alexa and you go, Alexa, play Q95 on iHeartRadio. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, baby.
I'm happy to. Keep listening for your shot at $1,000.
What a lunatic.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Special request coming up in a matter of moments.
Oh, okay.
Very excited about this. Just random request. Happen to go to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com, and that's where the email comes in. But first, who's around? Well, Pat Godwin's there on the screen over there. I can see him. He's in the other part of the building. Socially distanced, it's Ace Cosby, Chick McGee, way over there at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Ace mans the phone, by the way, the track phone hotline. Christy Lee's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And Josh Arnold is at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick desk.
Hi.
Good to see you, Josh. Got a special request. Just happened to go through the mail. This came in just about 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
From Ben.
Benny boy.
Benny the Ball.
Ben is Ben. This guy, he sounds like he should be a judge in England. Ben Kingsbury.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he
Benjamin
does.
Kingsbury.
Benjamin Kingsbury.
He's not a judge in the UK.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
No, he's working at the safety office in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Oh.
And he's been telling his coworkers about his favorite thing on today's show. He wants to know if we can replay it. Of course, I'd be happy to. This is the very dignified funeral for little Richard. This is the way Richard wanted it. Thank you, Ben.
No.
Here's the audio from. To mention the fact that, for example, Hunter S. Thompson, he was put into a firework and shot off.
All right.
Who's the guy? James Doohan from, Star Trek, was sent up into outer space, his ashes. Little Richard wanted to go like this, kind of a special way to start the funeral pyre. You're welcome, Ben. And now we turn back to Christy Lee. Christy?
A Maryland deputy was recorded on video shooting and killing a groundhog after it charged towards him. At first, it appears as if the Maryland sheriff's deputy was trying to do a good deed by stopping traffic to allow a groundhog to cross the road without getting killed.
Right.
But that was before the deputy shot and killed the rodent.
Good
Carroll
Lord.
County Sheriff's spokesman said the deputy had to shoot the animal because it was charging towards him, making him fear for his life.
You know what this means? 6 more weeks of desk duty for this guy.
But a witness video shows the deputy could have easily sidestepped the groundhog. They're not known for being quite quick, are they, groundhogs?
I have no idea.
But they could bite. It could be rabid.
Yeah, but he could get out of the way.
A rabid groundhog.
He didn't need to kill this thing.
Sure. They're probably really dangerous. They're wild creatures.
They're
Where do you think we got
groundhogs.
coronavirus?
I
from
think
some
it's okay.
bat?
I think it's okay to kill a groundhog.
Oh, no.
I think
probably,
it's fine.
Probably firing your weapon, downtown, wherever the hell this was.
Accidentally shooting a short, fat friend of yours, though. That was,
yeah. That's.
Oh, I thought it was a groundhog. See, that doesn't.
Are
that
groundhogs
doesn't work.
rodents?
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, that's what it says in the story. That's what I'll believe.
They're in the.
I think marsupials or something.
They're not marsupials.
They have little
Yeah, they're in
They
the
have a
rodent
pouch.
phylum.
Groundum hogus. Yeah.
Possums have a pouch.
Genus.
Right?
See him, shadow him.
So shooting a groundhog has to be some kind of bad luck. Where was this again?
Where was this again? I totally
They're
blacked
filthy
out.
animals.
Maryland.
They're
20 more weeks of winter, Maryland.
They have lice. They have
They have what?
lice.
Oh, I thought you said they had
Oh, they're
mice.
lousy with lice.
Oh, lousy with
Hence
lice.
the word lousy. Okay.
That's right.
Dear Chick, remember the story you had yesterday about the guy who said, "It's time" to his wife, and she rebuffed his advance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last night I walked out of the shower, approached my lovely wife in bed, and said, "How about ya?"
Yeah.
I was not rebuffed.
Oh.
It's now my new foreplay opener to my beloved bride.
How about that?
Thank you, Chick, for a life-changing phrase. Eric, you are welcome, my friend.
Yes, Eric, and I'm sure it won't get old.
How about
When
How
she
about,
says, how about no?
How about you?
How about never again?
It worked last night.
Time now to...
It worked once, and that's plenty for me. Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show. Brought to you by Grainger. The products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best, like a well-oiled machine for 90 years. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get it done.
Get her done.
Let's see. What did we learn today?
What did we learn?
Josh, a big fan of the so-called robo-mower.
Must mow. Must
Somebody
mow.
stop him.
I
will mow the world.
These are these robot lawnmowers.
You have to have a pretty flat terrain, I guess, to use one of those.
I don't know.
wouldn't you?
My question is, are those things, is it a GPS memory thing, or do they have to...
Oh, God, it's headed to the dog park.
Oh, my God.
Must mow everything.
Not the kids' playground. Oh, my God.
No.
There go my flower beds. Ah!
Let's see. Let's see. What else did we learn today? Oh, there's a lady. It's all over the internet. Some young lady pleasuring herself at an IKEA.
In China, yeah.
What was the song you
China.
had? What was it?
Scandinavian wood.
Flickin' and beanin'.
Yeah, that's what they call it in IKEA.
Yeah, flick and bean. Yeah, that's
Flick and bean.
the morning. Yeah.
Okay. You can win a pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. Find out about that. Win yourself a pair of nice earbuds. Let's see now. We have new photos of the eagle puppies.
Eaglets. Yeah.
Eaglets? Is that what you want to say?
Eagle puppies? Is that what you called them?
Eaglets sounds like chiclets. I don't like the...
But you love chiclets.
I do
You
love
don't like
chiclets.
the word
Eagle
eaglets,
puppies.
so he's going to call them eagle puppies.
They're little
How about
baby
eagle
eagles.
babies? Eagle babies.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We have this eagle's nest right near where we are right now. Donnie Baker has had to really change his life around with the quarantine. He's got Todd Boner living at his house, and he's got a what's the name of that Chihuahua? Pepe. He's taking care of somebody's Chihuahua, and Todd Boner's dog. Is it Mitzi?
Cat. Yeah.
Cat. Oh, the
Cat.
cat Mitzi. Okay, so and what did he say that his buddy is? He's the Pussycat King.
That's right. Yeah,
He's the Pussy King.
Pussy King.
No, that's his friend Joe Emmert.
Right.
Pussy King.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We discussed great buffets and determined what the best things were and how much we miss them. Let's see. Josh brought up something, then I brought up something even worse.
Yeah. you trumped him.
Yeah, really. You're probably thinking nothing could be worse than this. Yeah. You were wrong.
Really out-idioted ourselves.
Okay. Josh knows the peacock mating call.
That's right. It's here. I've got the audio here.
Hey, you want to hop? Hey, you girl peacock, come over here and hop.
Peahen.
Hey, peahen, why don't you take those pants off?
All right, okay. Let's see now.
They wear pants and speak English.
There's some lady in the UK that has come up with what she calls the sperm smoothie.
Yes, she has.
Using her boyfriend who volunteered for this. As I said before, her boyfriend has to be the greatest salesman of all time. She claims the sperm smoothie will help her keep away from the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. I'm not a biologist, not a scientist, not a physician, not a virologist. I'm skeptical.
$100 as Fauci mentions this to the Senate today. Well, we've got the sperm smoothie.
And we're going to have the vice president demonstrate right now.
Former vice president.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Win a free pair of wireless Raycon earbuds. Just locate the Raycon contest code in the Bob and Tom app on the newsfeed. Then enter it at bobandtom.com/contest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.